Hello everyone, welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
And we're going to have our monthly casual Q&A slash channel update slash just hang out and yap about whatever the heck you guys want to talk about. And it's Christmas Eve for those who celebrate Christmas. Merry Christmas and that kind of thing. Happy holidays. Happy time off work, hopefully,
Yes.
to those. Happy... I don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Thursday?
Thursday. Yes, Thursday.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, purposely wearing my red shirt, as you guys noticed. So I see some people noticing the background. We actually, to escape COVID and to escape seeing family over Christmas, we've gone up to our $8 million log cabin up north, and we're going to be streaming from this log cabin where we're safe from COVID and our family and the end of the world. So we're going to enjoy our last Christmas on Earth before everything's destroyed and gone. So on that note, happy holidays, everybody. Hey. So yeah, we're here. Hello, everyone joining live. Welcome. We'll be taking questions a little later in the stream. We'll do our little intro stuff to kill time for everyone to kind of show up so people don't miss questions who want to catch this and get time to grab their notifications and jump on in. And yes, Kanji, this is that was Bilbo's house, live from Bilbo's house.
Yes.
Was the intro image there for sure. I got the Hobbit vibe too when I found that one.
Yeah.
So I was like, gotta use that. But hello, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or if you're watching this later, whatever time it is for you. Thank you. Happy holidays. Yes. Lots of happy holidays and Merry Christmases in the chat. That's awesome.
Yes.
You guys are nice. I love it. All right. So, let's get to this here. Let's see. So, first off, special thank you. We got some new patrons. Thank you for your support to the channel. We appreciate it. All goes back in the channel. Helps us grow here. Welcome to Jonathan Sadler, Stefan Platon, Pontus Whalen, if I'm saying that right, sorry, and Rich Baird. And thanks again to Shane Ware. I don't know if he's here yet. I haven't seen him, but thank you for increasing your pledge. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you for the extra support. That's awesome. We're near our goal. We have a goal. Our next goal is, I think we're like $30 away-ish in Patreon for getting 2 more gaming chairs for our other players that play with us. The only issue is, and no rush on that, obviously, I'm just stating it as a goal, but no rush on that, because we won't be having them over here anytime soon, because we're under lockdown till like the end of January, so we're not supposed to mingle with anyone but who are in our household. The Ontario government, Canadian government in general, I guess, is trying to be like pretty strict about it and saying stay away from other people. That we're going into lockdown. There was like talk about possible curfews to try to stop the spread of COVID, which is increasing right now. So
very scary.
Yeah. Anyways, no rush on that. But when we get those, we hit that goal, we'll get a couple more gaming chairs. So our other players that join us on stream won't be leaving here with crutches. Or returning with a cane,
or sore backs, right?
Or sitting on those air pillows, those hemorrhoid pillows while they play. We appreciate that. Thank you all for the support. And then the goal after that is to celebrate. The next goal is Rob's rants. So I'll start doing like a series, I guess, of whenever something comes up where I'll actually sit down, write a little script to organize my thoughts and do a little short video of just a rant that's easily shareable if somebody cares to that kind of thing. Like, I've been asked to do this, so
I think that's the one that people are most excited about, and you get asked for the most. So we thought, okay, but it's a goal.
To me, the gaming chair is important because that equals more players more often joining us on the stream, playing more multiplayer games. I more care with that one. But the Rob's rants, you guys know I like to rant. That's not going to stop me if we don't reach that goal. So I'll still rant in streams, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can't help it.
But when you hit that goal, you'll get dedicated.
Kanji with the super chat.
Oh, thank
Merry
you
Christmas.
so much.
Love you too. Love you too. Awesome. Thank you so much. Is that going to work?
I hope so.
So I try to set up some stuff today.
It usually takes a second anyways for those.
Yeah, but hopefully it works. We'll see.
There's also
should pop up. But anyways, that's our first test there. Let me go to. Sorry, one sec, guys.
Oh, there it's working.
There it is.
It's working.
Boom. Well, It's playing sound here. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's fine. So thank you,
Thank
Kanji.
you.
There's our notification. We found this this Christmas themed Santa notification. So like 50% chance you're on the naughty or the nice list.
And you were naughty.
And Kanji's first one, of course, we know it's accurate and truthful, and the detection is working. Because
Santa knows.
Kanji's on the naughty list according to that notification. So there you go. That was a cheesy one I found. I was like, so the only one I could get working this morning, so that's what we're using, but it's still funny. So yeah, so anyone subscribes, donations, all that stuff should pop up with Santa and his bazooka, and you'll find out if you're on the naughty or nice list.
I didn't do one of those, but it might have been before we started.
Let's find out. Yeah, so yeah, because the Patreon notifications are not working. But Heather, I see Heather in there. Heather, thank you for your increased pledge.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. Thank you for modifying your pledge and increasing the support to the channel. We appreciate it. Happy holidays to you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I just got to keep an eye on email for those because I could not fix it. I had it fixed for like 10 minutes and it hasn't worked since. So unfortunately it won't work. But Buell, thank you so much. All right. You guys are too good.
You guys are so sweet.
I'm going to keep going.
That'll pop in a second.
Yeah.
And we'll see what...
Just pretend like you didn't see it in the chat, and then when it pops up...
Oh, there you go. Oh, that was faster. Oh, also naughty, Buell.
Oh, man, this thing's 100% accurate. Buell, who's been spending too much time at work, has been naughty. I don't know what you're... Maybe it's all those times you're on the stream instead of working. Santa sees that. Santa's a boss himself, you know.
Santa knows.
He sides with management. He's got that whole employment of elves. So he's on the side of management. He's watching you. He knows what you're up to. So stop watching my stream while you should be working. It's 50-50 is the percent. I know. I was testing it earlier.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
All right.
Okay.
So Jim YQQQ, thank you for being here, popping in a comment. Want to see more Mansion Madness, Lord of the Rings? We appreciate that. Yes, you will see more of that on the channel throughout the next year. We should start in February. The Lord of the Rings next campaign. We will start playing through that once lockdown ends here. But that could be extended.
Yes.
They said just till the end of January for sure, but at that time they will reassess. We cannot have Kyle join us. We can play Mansion of Madness Melonide. That's not a problem. That will happen. But we don't want to start the next Lord of the Rings playthrough for Journeys in Middle-earth until we get Kyle back. So that's the deal with those, but they're not gone from the channel. We still have Mansion of Madness stuff I want to play. It will just do it sporadically, but obviously in October, like this year, we played through like 4 or 5 scenarios. Each weekend
for Halloween.
Yeah, so that will happen again, and we will get expansions for that game once we play through most of the stuff we have. Naughty also.
Jim is also naughty. Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you also for the donation. We appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, that is too much. Thank you.
But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. But they're not gone from the channel; they'll just sporadically happen. But the Lord of the Rings: Journeys Middle Earth will happen when lockdown ends. We get Kyle back. That's the plan. All right, so. I'll answer your question. Nathaniel, I see has a question there. I'll answer in a bit. Let me just get through the intro part here so we kill some time for others to show up and we'll answer some questions. Highlights of past content for those watching who didn't know on the channel in the past month since our last Q&A.
Oh, Kyle's in the chat.
Mr. Varga.
Hello, Kyle.
Scrap the new chair and go for a hazmat suit. Need to make February
happen.
happen.
That is true. Yeah, we could get him some sort of suit he can wear to come in.
Comes in like a breathing mask and an oxygen tank on his back.
We'll put some sort of mic.
Looks like a
rigged up in there,
scuba diver.
So you can hear him.
Kyle, ding, ding, ding.
It's your turn.
It's your turn, Kyle. Go, ding, ding, ding. But yes, Kyle, I agree. We need to make that happen. We could do something remote. I don't know if there's support to that.
I think we could wait. Hopefully things clear up here and the lockdown.
The only urgency to it is to try to play the next scenario before FFG announces, spoils, and releases the one after that. Adam in the super chat, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Robin Mel. Just bought 7th Continent from your playthrough.
Thank you so much. You're in the nice list.
You're on the nice list. See, Adam knows. Adam is good. I know Adam's good, and it's accurate. Jonathan Ray has been naughty.
Naughty. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is too much.
I don't know. Maybe that one's wrong. I think Jonathan's nice.
I think Jonathan's been nice too.
But he could have dark secrets we don't know about. So Santa knows we don't. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too sweet. Thank you.
Charles says, come to Florida, do Airbnb and invite 100 people. Now, supposedly we can fly, but we're not supposed to cross the border and like leave our country.
We have to have a reason, right?
You have to have like essential travel, and then when coming back, you have to like quarantine and test and all this stuff and make sure you're good. Bob's on the nice list. Okay, this thing is not working at all, I don't think.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, Bob was correct. Says I got to be nice, surely.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that one was right, I think.
All right. My impressions of Bob were different then, I guess. I misread Bob there.
You guys are too sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are funny.
It's rigged. Yep, maybe.
It was really meant for subscribers, guys. When subscribers join the channel, this wasn't meant for you guys to be firing us off with donations.
Yeah.
It just covers everything, supposedly, but I do appreciate that. I blame K&G for starting it off.
Yeah, you started it.
That wasn't supposed to happen. All right. Florida is the last bastion of freedom. Oh, no.
For now, until everyone flees there, and then...
Oh, man. All right. So past content on the channel we played in the last month. Since the last Q&A video, we played Cthulhu Death May Die. We got it to the table. Mel painted like 30%-ish of it so we could play episode 1 with the Cthulhu, great old one. And she's painting what we need for episode 2.
Yep.
And that should be scheduled for the 28th-ish, 9th-ish, somewhere in there. After Christmas, we'll get back to more Cthulhu Death May Die. Mel's just going to continue painting it. Yep. I'll schedule that soon, though. You'll see that come up. We'll have some live streams right after Christmas. Pandemic Legacy Season 0, we played through the whole thing. All done. It's all on the channel. So if you've played yours and you saw what happened during your playthrough and you want to watch what happens in someone else's playthrough, or you're just curious and watching us play through it, it's now bingeable. It's on the channel. It's in a playlist. Go hit up the playlist section. You'll find the whole playthrough of Pandemic Legacy Season 0. Spoiler warning, of course. The first episode's fine. If you're interested in the game, watch a bit of that. You'll get an idea of how it plays. We explain how it works. But don't watch any more than that if you're worried about spoilers. 7th Continent. I got it back to the channel finally after like 8 or so months. I was glad to get that back on the table. I was excited. I got some new expansions for it. I mixed them in. We played through the whole Forbidden Sanctuary with some epic 6 to like 8.5 hour streams there. 3 or 4 streams back to back kind of. And then played through that whole Forbidden Sanctuary. So if you like to watch that, that's on the channel. More 7th Continent will be coming. Once Mel's back in work, I'm going to get that back to the table. I assume based on the last poll from our Patreons voting, the next curse that they're interested in me tackling was the balloon one, whatever it's called. But that one got the second most votes on that poll. So I think that's the one I'll dive into next. But watch for that. That should be on the channel in a couple weeks. We'll be playing through that live, of course. Sword and Sorcery, we played live through the whole Arcane Portal side quest expansion for Sword and Sorcery. All 4 scenarios, I believe. Played those back to back. All within a week. More Sword and Sorcery will most likely, we just got an expansion yesterday for it, that Vestarius' Lair. So I got the cards I want for Act 2. We're going to shuffle those in the decks and get ready for that. So we're going to be playing Act 2 of Sword and Sorcery and continuing our story. There are kind of spoilers to it, but it's like a light story. It's not too heavy on the spoilery story stuff unless you really are hardcore and don't want to know any choices or options that happen through the story. But it's pretty cool fantasy dungeon crawler. We played through completed Act 1 now. We're going to move on to Act 2, the main story, and then eventually move on to the side quests from that new expansion we just got. So you'll see, we won't do that one back to back, like as intense as we did the other one. We'll kind of play one each week, kind of, and spread it out, which I think is the plan, or maybe one every few days. So watch for that on the channel. The first episode of that should pop up soon to be scheduled. We played Terraforming Mars solo. Or I did, obviously, played Terraforming Mars solo on the channel. Finally got that back to the channel. Yeah, I'm trying to get the Prelude expansion. Hopefully I'll order that on. We have what's called Boxing Day here for those who are not Canadian. It's kind of like a second Black Friday for us. We originally never had Black Friday until a few years back. All these US companies who now are in Canada decided, hey, we want to do a Black Friday in Canada. So we have that. We have it the exact same time as the US, where it's just like sales, sales, sales. But we always had the day after Christmas is a holiday here, and it's called Boxing Day. And that was like our Black Friday, where every place is trying to clear out everything. They have deals hyped up weeks in advance, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to be placing board game orders with our local retailers who all have discounts. And I'm going to be trying to get some of these expansions and games that I've been wanting to get. But Preludes, I want to get Preludes, throw that in my Terraforming Mars, and then play that again with that. That's my plan. And I also unboxed a Trove Chest. I don't know about going back and watching that or anything, but that was fun to do live. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
And highlights of upcoming streams. I already mentioned Sword and Sorcery. We already scheduled Runebound. Shout out to Jim B in the chat, Beanie, or Benny. I'm sorry. I probably am not saying it right either way there, but Jim, you're awesome. Thank you so much for sending us that game with the Unbreakable Bonds expansion. I've sorted it out. We read through the rules. We're going to try to play that later today and or tomorrow on Christmas, actually, just to practice, or maybe on Boxing Day if we have time. But we're going to try to play, but we've already scheduled a stream for that. So if you go to youtube.com/Rob's Gaming Table, you can see upcoming live streams. We have the first episode of Runebound. We're going to play some Runebound. It's not a campaign or anything, so we can kind of just play scenarios whenever. But we're going to try the game out, hopefully in the next day or two. And then we're going to play it live on stream. Ben E. Okay, perfect. Benny. That makes sense. Yeah, because Beanie would be like 2 E's or something, right? After the B. Yeah, Benny. Jim. Thank you.
Okay.
But Jim sent that
Thanks,
to
Jim.
us. We were trying to find that expansion. We've had others offer to send it to us, but nobody had the Unbreakable Bonds expansion where you can play that game co-op and solo. So FFG didn't cook in co-op and solo. It was competitive only. It's a fantasy adventure game, but they designed an expansion. Suppose they didn't make a lot of them. Hard to find. Those expansions were printed like 3 years ago. Everyone wants either, if you can find it, you'll find it for a crazy, insane price. But Jim had that expansion and the core game, was planning on getting rid of it. So amazingly, send it to us. We have it. I can't believe I own it. Jim, you're awesome. Thank you so much. So we'll be playing that on the channel,
Yes.
as Jim requested. So I have no problem playing that game on the channel. So we will be playing a bunch of that. So we'll play one this week or next week. It's technically Sunday, right?
Yeah, technically still this week.
Yeah, whatever. The 27th is scheduled for us. So you can go set a reminder for that, or subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll be reminded when we go live, so you do not miss that. So that's coming up. More Cthulhu Death May Die, I already mentioned.
Yep.
We'll do a Mel's painting stream also.
Next week,
But
right?
yeah, all this stuff I'm talking about is like just between Christmas and New Year's, like that weekish there, and maybe spill a little bit after. But we're going to be heavily focusing on Cthulhu Death May Die, Runebound, Sword and Sorcery, and we have some other games that may slip in there, but I'm going to be learning some other games on the side. But we're just going to be playing through some of those over the holidays while Mel's here, because we can play multiplayer. She's off work, kind of, but also has on-call stuff she's doing in the evenings. So we're going to be playing those in the day and see how much we can get through while Mel's off work. So you should see us live streaming quite a bit starting right after Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say, other than we're going to be opening... Jim threw in a surprise gift. So Mel thought of this idea. Jim sent another game that was hidden in the box. I didn't touch it. I was downstairs when the game box came. And Mel went through the box, opened the box, and hid this game somewhere in the house. I don't know where. Then wrapped it a couple days later, because Jim sent it in the package with Runebound as a surprise game. So we're going to get a live reaction here. I may not even know the game, so we may get like the awkward, like, oh, Jim, thanks for the socks. Like, you know,
I looked at it.
Like, I don't know what it is.
a
Mel knows
game.
what it is.
I do know what it is, and I looked it up on Board Game Geek too.
So you didn't know what it was until you saw it on Board Game Geek,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Okay. But
But that doesn't matter, because I know less about games than you do.
True.
So just because I don't know about it.
So I warned Jim not to send me Monopoly or Candyland or anything of that caliber, because it will not get played on the channel. But you will see it here, what it is. So it's funny. We'll see how it is, or what it is. It's fantasy. Okay, it's fantasy. People are guessing in the chat.
Yep.
It's not Shoots and Ladders.
It's not a kid's game.
I already own Shoots and Ladders Tournament Edition, Shoots and Ladders Legacy, and Shoots and Ladders Cthulhu Death May Die. So I already own all the hardcore versions of Shoots and Ladders. So it should, hopefully it's not that. That's the other thing. Jim doesn't know all the games in our collection, but Mel says we don't own this game.
We
so
do not.
I forgot to discuss that with Jim first, or maybe next time we'll have, if this ever happens again, we'll have Mel chat with whoever it is to kind of double check that it's, if we're going to surprise. So tune in next year for December's.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want you guys to send me stuff.
No,
it's all good.
But just to say, somebody, and they are in the chat, I've seen them, they had contacted me about sending something to you. So that has still not arrived. You know who you are.
Also, shout out to Sam, who I don't think's here in the chat right now, but Sam's amazing. I love Sam. Sam has a special place in my heart. He's awesome. When I played Seventh Continent, he knows how to play piano and stuff, and he was chatting with me about cameras. He got a camera to like film himself playing. Was it keyboard or piano? I forget. I think it's piano. Maybe it's keyboard. No, it's keyboard. But we were talking about watching music videos of people playing keyboard, playing video game tunes and stuff. And I like to do that to de-stress and relax. but Sam made a video playing, like we were talking in the Seventh Continent thing, slaying bears. I found a ring or something, a shiny thing in the water. I was doing golem voices and stuff, and we were doing this whole Lord of the Rings funny thing on the live stream of Seventh Continent like a while back, and then Sam drops in our Discord, our producer Discord, this link to a video he made with the camera he got of him playing Lord of the Rings music as a theme to that Seventh Continent section of the playthrough. This is meant to be played while you're like watching that part. I was like blown away. I thought it was awesome, but Sam's great. Anyway, Sam gets even better. Why I love Sam is he reached out and said, hey, he got a second copy of Risk, or no, why am I saying Risk?
Because someone said Risk in the chat.
Spirit Island, the Jagged Earth expansion. I had it on my list. Black Friday came. I went to go order it on an order to get a discount on a general order, get some free shipping, and it was sold out before I could get it in my cart and check out. So it was gone. So I was like, all right, I'll try again on Boxing Day to get Jagged Earth for Spirit Island. And then Sam reached out and said, I have an extra copy. I just got a retail copy of the Jagged Earth expansion. I know you love that game. It's in your top list. Do you want it? And I said, figure out how much shipping is, because like obviously if it's more than me just buying the game here, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I sent him, we tried to figure that out, and he just sent it without saying anything. So that's supposedly going to arrive soon. So that will be on the channel eventually too. We'll be playing some more Spirit Island once I get that expansion. But thank you, Sam. If you're watching this later or whatever, I appreciate it. I was going to wait till I get it, and then, I just want to shout him out in here because I think that was awesome. But thank you so much. It could be an inflatable couch. This could be an inflatable couch.
It is a game. 100%. It is a game.
It's Sorry with a Dice-O-Matic. Yeah, the Pop-O-Matic. Those are like the quality of games I had when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In 2020, the game of life can be considered a fantasy game. Yes! Awesome. All right, so let's get down to the table. We're going to open this gift here and find out. Get your bets in. We'll see what it is. But it could be one of 100,000 different board games. So
True.
It might be hard to guess, but we'll find out. Twilight Imperium, I wish.
I don't think that's big enough.
I don't know if I wish, but I don't think it's big enough for sure.
Oh, they can't see it yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Maybe they can guess. Maybe after you... Oh, sorry.
All right, here it is. I know you can't really tell the size, but maybe you can, looking at it like my big head for reference. Okay, so it's fantasy. You know what I'm going to guess?
What?
Based on this size, and now that I know fantasy, something that I don't have that a lot of people have that maybe it is something I've looked at over the years but don't have, and I know I've mentioned I don't have it on the channel, so maybe Jim knows this. But maybe it's Legends of Andor. Maybe that's what I would guess. Because that's a pretty popular game. A lot of people have it. Maybe Jim has 13 copies and wants to... Oh yeah, we can shake it. Hold on. But see, here's the thing. Jim organizes the games meticulously. So it'll be sleeved. It'll have containers most likely. So the shaking around, it could be just Jim's storage solution. So that could fool us. Not tall enough. Oh, okay.
This is the best thing ever.
All right, here we go.
I feel like I want to do this every now and again.
Here we go.
Wrap a game, and you guys can guess what it is.
And thank you to Mel wrapping this. Oh, she put the Jim on there.
Yeah, it's from Jim.
That's cool. Gil has Legends of Andor. All right. Any guesses now? Oh, is that the title?
Nope.
The Dark Eye?
Well, I don't know. No, it's not.
Is it in a box? It's not really the box of the game. And I've never heard of it, but the art and the title definitely have me interested.
Yeah.
Aventuria? Adventure card game. I have not a problem with adventure card games. Great game, says
see,
they're awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
Gotta make that extra noise.
And then you gotta throw it.
Yeah.
Okay, pick it up later. It's like Christmas, you know?
Mess up our beautiful $8 million log cabin here. The maid will get that later. Don't worry. We have a maid at the cabin that will get that later, so we're all good.
Oh my gosh. I hope everyone knows you're completely joking.
Geek Gamers did a vid. Okay. Man, I've never seen this game. But yeah, the art, man. Mm-hmm. Jim.
I know when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I think he's going to like this.
Yeah, if I saw this on a shelf at a board game store, even if I heard of it or not, based on the look, and I could tell it's fancy, and ACG, Adventure Card Games, I played a few of those. Yeah, I'm interested. So let's see what Jim's got here. So we got Dials. Man, you guys are probably like, oh, I know this game, I own it already. But for me, it's like brand
They
new.
said impromptu unboxing.
Yeah, like, all right. So I see holy books. So we got an adventure expansion. I think
I
some
didn't look too much
posters
into it.
or what the heck? What is this?
It's cooperative and competitive.
Oh, they give you
those
like
are
little,
your mats.
little poster mats. Oh man, I'm assuming if this was a Kickstarter, there's a neoprene upgrade to this. I assume. But yeah, no man, that's Jim. Thank you so much. Yeah, solo. It does have a solo mode. I don't know. Let's look it up. Forest of No. Man, there's 3 expansions at least. Jim, did you play through this? I assume. And I see it's got like polyhedral kind of dice, custom dice. I don't know. That's cool.
Oh,
but
it's got poker
not
chips.
Not a Kickstarter. Solo mode indeed. Yes, guys.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
look at this. Oh, look at.
Big rule book. Wow. Like I mean, like wide.
Look at character creation likely.
Nice.
I like it. I know. I opened it. And I was like, looks interesting.
This is yeah. Jim knows my taste. This is definitely.
Ooh, I like this.
I'll look it up, but I don't see why I would not play this on the channel at all. This seems like it's right up my alley. But
it's Kickstarter, but before the time of neoprene, I think.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I don't need to use those mats. I know it's just a nice to have thing in there. Let's see if I can. Oops.
Does it say at the pop on the screen too?
Should, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, Jeff's on the nice list. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Thank you. So kind. Let's see here. Where is it? All right. Okay. So we're gonna look this game up. Oops, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard. Aventuria. So 2016. So it's just out of curiosity. I just want to know more. This is what I do every time I look into a game or you guys tell me about a game or something. I want to know. So without having to read the rules, I can quickly know like, okay, let's see. And for those who don't know about Board Game Geek, this might be helpful. But so it's a cooperative game. Great. Obviously, I've clicked on cooperative games here. Critical hits and failures. Hopefully that just means a mechanic in the game, not the game itself. I'm just kidding. Deck bag and pool building, dice rolling, hand management. What else we got? 5 more things. So yeah, I just kind of look at here and just see like, here's the general stuff in the game. Kind of gives me an idea of like what I'm looking at here before I get into reading about it. Narrative choice. Yeah, I like that in games. Role playing. Scenario / mission.
Yep.
Solo / solitaire game. Variable player powers.
There you go, solo. So it says right there.
I know these are a lot of things are on different games.
Yep. One says it's an underrated gem.
Man, that's like
that
that's
happens.
what I look
There's
for.
lots of games like that
I love
out
that
there.
stuff. So it's in the 2000s, which for a game I've never heard of is pretty good actually. A rank overall to be 2,483 out of all games. So that means there's some fans out there who rated this game, who interact with this page, who like this game. Customizable, 57 thematic 400. I mean, 7.5. That's not a bad rating. But yeah, so it's got some 561 ratings. That's pretty good. Like I've never heard of it, but yeah, I'll try it out. I'll play it for sure. Where are the cards?
Is there supposed to be cards?
Uh-oh. They might have been in the bags. I didn't really look. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't see cards. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Jim, do you have a deck box at your house of cards? Oh, good call. They might be in an expansion box. But yeah.
There are a ton of cards. Oh.
Oh, no.
Unless they're not mixed in with the other game, right? Upstairs?
I know. I sorted all that game out. I don't think any of that stuff was for this game. Because I checked with the inside the manual. Oh. Well, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll figure that out. No cards. You didn't open this, right?
I did not. I opened it just to look that it was a game and not a joke.
You didn't accidentally drop anything?
100%. I lifted the lid and put the lid back on when I saw there was game pieces inside. Nope. Jim said I'll find them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 4 hero decks consisting of 1 hero card, 30 action cards. But we have all the counters. The counters are all here.
Yeah.
And the dials. And the dice. Yeah, just the cards, Jim, are not there. But that's, so we'll figure that out.
Yeah, don't
I'll
worry.
talk to you after. No worries. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it.
You lost the cards. I did not lose the cards.
I blame Mel as again. I didn't open the box. I didn't wrap the box. You guys witnessed everything I did with the box on camera. I didn't do any sleight of hand tricks. There's nothing I dropped or pulled away.
No.
I open it. Yeah, right there.
It's okay, Jim. Don't worry.
Jim, no worries. No stress.
Don't let it stress you. It's the holidays. It's totally fine.
But whoever noticed that, that's
Charles,
crazy.
I think.
Because I wouldn't have realized that till I went to actually open it and start learning it. I've been
Print and play. I get the couch. Hey, it's Christmas Eve. Come on now.
Yes. All right. Anyways, that's awesome. Thank you, Jim. Either way, thank you. We appreciate it. And I totally understand, though, how many times I've gotten a game out, set it up, and realized, wait, I've stored some of it in another expansion box or whatever. Especially with games that have multiple expansions, I usually put like the tiles for the game in one box and characters and cards and stuff in another box. And then when I'm going to set up the game after I haven't played in a while, I'm like, I'm missing stuff. Like, I can't finish setting up this game. And then I'm ripping through boxes and drawers trying to figure out like where it is. And I'm like, oh yeah, the expansion box for the game I put on another shelf and I forgot about it. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah. Anyways, no worries. We'll figure it out.
So I think that brings us to questions, right?
Yeah. So let me get that window going.
Yeah, you do that. So if you have questions, we probably missed questions
I'll get them.
Oh, okay.
I'll go quickly up. And I'll just go through fast, try to catch a few and answer them quick, and then we can get caught up with the live chat. So if you have questions, feel free to, I guess, to type them in or get them ready or whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll get down to them. I just want to go and answer the ones that have been asked.
Yeah.
Over the last few minutes or so.
While you're looking for that, just if you have questions, if you can use a question mark, that helps pop it out to Rob while he's looking. And if you want to do at Rob's Gaming Table, it'll pop it up for us to be able to see it.
Yeah. All right. So Heather, do you have Wave 2 Tainted Grail coming? No, not officially. Not that I know of. So I don't know what the plans are with that game about retail or anything. Because I know it's just getting to backers now, the second wave. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think Awakened Realms will be sending it to us at all. So yeah. I'll try to get a hold of a copy. That's all I know. But I do want to play it. I do want to play it very much. I just didn't I missed the Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. And then I was planning on just trying to grab the expansions later somehow. So we'll see. But I'll look into it. I know backers are just getting it now or recently. So sometimes I have to wait till that cools down. And then it might show up in retail or they might have it pre-orderable somewhere or orderable. Or some people might be selling it off for an okay price. And we'll see. But yeah, we don't have it ordered or anything. Let's see here. Charles is saying, ever play Eclipse? No, because I just opened it last night. But we do have it. It just came yesterday. Just came yesterday. It just arrived in Canada like within the last week or so at retail. So we got it. It's a Kickstarter. It said Kickstarter on the box, but it's just a base game. But it's all like components are freaking amazing. I just opened it. I haven't even started punching out stuff. I just opened it to get the rulebook out. But man, so yeah. Eclipse will eventually be on the channel. That's now in our collection. So yes, we have the game. We officially have it. I don't know how long it'll take to learn and play or who we're playing it with. But yeah.
Oh, I can't. It says error. I can't show it either. I think because there's a link in
there. Chris, I think posting that link, it gets blocked, but I can see it, so I can open it here.
But I think, yeah,
I'll just cut and paste it out. But yeah, it's blocking it. It won't even let us show that comment.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll just put it in the web browser 1 sec. Let's see. Nope, not this one. We'll look at it in a sec.
Bob, your question is awesome. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's good. Probably
yeah, Geek Gamers already asked this one. Will you play again our Terraforming Mars with Prelude? Yes.
Yes.
I already answered that. I don't know if you missed it or if it was later, but either way, I'll answer it. Yeah, I'm trying to get Preludes. If it's in stock, the day after Christmas, when I go to place a nice big board game order to get free shipping and discounts, I'll just be going through my wish list of all the games I've added and just like going through whatever's in stock, kind of like just adding stuff in there for the free shipping and get a bunch more games.
So Copper also mentioned that Amazon has already started some of their deals, so we may need to.
I've seen some people posting about that stuff, but it's like so far what I've seen is like this little game called Gloomhaven that I have no interest in owning.
Oh yeah.
Never heard of it even.
No interest in.
But I saw
that.
there's a good discount on that for a bit. Just kidding. But there were some other games that popped up, but we either already have them or they're like more family weightish that we don't care to own really. That I'm looking for more hardcore stuff, but I know Amazon does have some of that stuff, so I'm keeping an eye on that. But yeah, let me know in the Discord, I guess, Sakabra, any kind of deals of stuff that's on the level of the kind of games you like and we like and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Even family weight stuff's still fine because we can play with our daughter. It's just on the channel, it's not really like our audience we found just from playing games like that. But we will have streams where we play sillier games, lighter games.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's more of a rarity, of course. Let's see. Rob, are you still debating Star Wars Outer Rim? No, we're gonna get it.
Yeah,
that's another game on my wish list. If it's in stock and still in stock, I see it comes in and out of stock quite a bit around here. And I see it's still kind of in print. So yes, we're going to try to get Star Wars Outer Rim. I want that game 100%. It's on the list. Just whenever a local retailer has it and there's a sale, hopefully I can grab it. That's the plan. Probably nothing game-wise. Only USA Amazon has deals on. No, Canada Amazon has had some sales. Has had some sales. Yeah, they've had a few sales already. But it was on things like Carcassonne and Gloomhaven and what was the other one? There's a couple like decent name board games, like it's common stuff.
Yeah.
There was one on Forbidden Island or Desert, one of those two was on sale. And Cage is asking, Rob, did you find the campaign for Nemesis? I don't think I looked, or I did look and bookmarked it, but I've not read about it or anything, but I remember it. Like, I'll look into it. But Mel's going to get started painting that thing soon, so that's why I haven't really gone past, like, half reading the rules. And I'll have to reread them all again, because, like, I don't remember anything. I need to, like, read a book and then play the game, like, super short after, so then start getting stuff to sink in, then reread the rules right after I play the first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll just wait till Mel's, like, pretty much close to done painting it, and then I'll plow into it, and we'll play it regular first, but then we'll talk about campaigns. So let's rip through. Other guesses. Andrew asked, does the maid that we have here at our $8 million log cabin in the north, it's totally real.
Yeah, totally real.
This is what we live in, like, a little townhouse, we
all the time, except for...
All the time. We don't like to waste our money on where we normally live. We like to blow it all in some place we only go to once a year during...
For a week.
For a day. I guess a week, yeah. Well, because we'll be back at the house when we're playing those other games in those streams.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But that's not till Sunday.
Yeah, that's not till Sunday. So, yeah, sure. So, yes, the maid doesn't need to wear a hazmat suit because she lives here and watches over the house because we're so ballin' that we have a maid that lives up here. She's actually half Yeti and grew up around here. And she's like kind of the last of her kind. So we took her in. She was out in the cold. Her cave, you can see out the window, is just over that hill. And then so we found her just, walking around in the cold, but she was warm because she's half Yeti. And then we brought her in and she's like, so I don't know.
Very grateful.
I don't know if she can get COVID. I'm not sure if that's transferable to half human, half Yeti. We're not sure yet, but she's been up here away from it anyway. So, hopefully we're fine.
And by the time we find out if she has it, we're gone.
Cabin funded by Patreon. No.
See, we are 100% joking. This is not where we live.
You guys know the board games I buy and how much they are. I definitely don't have much left over, and the equipment. Don't have much left over for cabins. But so one day maybe. Let's see here. But I do appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, yeah, duh. So it's called an adventure card game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an idiot for not noticing. I just saw,
I didn't even think
saw
about
it in the
it
chat.
either.
Charles is saying a card game with no cards? I get it now. Okay. Wow. I'm silly. I'm silly for not even noticing. See here. Oh, okay.
That's okay. I think you're pretty much.
Think we're
caught up
good?
anyways. Yeah.
We saw the outer rim question.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles asking, do you ever get preview games? Yeah, we do, some. We have in the past. I used to get some stuff from like Asmodee / Fantasy Flight Games. I used to ask before when the channel was like, when I was doing it kind of part-time. Then I started doing it full-time and we asked some channels. But yeah, we got the designer of Hostage Negotiator, AJ, was super cool. Saw the channel and sent us like the whole careers and all the stuff required for it because he liked what we were doing in our solo playthrough the base game. But we've gotten other things. We've got offered things from companies. Like companies have offered us stuff.
Yeah.
I've reached out to companies that have like been like, yeah, I want to send you stuff, and then they find out we're in Canada, and they're like, sorry, we don't want to ship to Canada. So I'll pay for the shipping, and then they just don't kind of like answer back. But
yeah, we've done a few Kickstarters as well.
yeah,
Previous.
I'm talking with someone else about a Kickstarter, but I don't know if I'll get a prototype or not because I don't know if it's the right game for us. But I kind of always am getting emails like almost daily of companies reaching out. Some like I've never heard of, some I have, offering digital and physical board games for us to put on the channel. But a lot of the times they're not games I'm interested in. And if it's a game I'm not interested in, I don't really care about showing it off to my audience. There's other channels where people will see those games, and other channels that'll just play kind of everything and anything. But I don't have the time for that. So I just like to focus on the games I enjoy. I want to kind of enjoy doing what I do on this channel too. So I don't want to torture myself with a game that might not be developed fully, not be fun, maybe targeted at the wrong audience. That's not for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Great Wall. Yeah, Great Wall is
Great
one
Wall,
we played.
Yeah.
Tainted Grail was sent to us from Awaken Realms originally that we played through the core set of that. Euthia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dawn Shade. There's a few games. I try to stay away from the Kickstarter. Shaolia. But that was a completed game.
Oh, that was a completed game.
I'm okay with the completed games. But yeah, I say no to like 9 out of 10 and like yes to 1. Like if I see a game they send us that I know the game I already wanted it, like Cosmos will send us games. They're pretty good for that. But like they offer me quite a few games, but I only pick certain ones that I think will be fun on the channel. So like the City Skylines look interesting. It had a good solo mode to it, so I was like, all right, I'll check that out. What else? Yeah, there's a bunch of games, but it's like sporadic. Like sometimes I get overwhelmed with the amount of games I want to play that I own that we've either got from companies or that we bought, and you guys help fund from Patreon. That sometimes I just slow down and I don't reach out to companies, and a lot of companies won't reach out to you. You just got to ask them. So like if I get overwhelmed, I have a lot of games that I feel like I'm behind on and I want to play and I'm looking at this mountain staring at me, I'll just be like, no thanks, I'm good. I don't need your game. I don't want your game. Like I'll say no, not right now. I'm sorry. I can't get you a video done in a week. I'm sorry. That kind of stuff. But yeah, sometimes I just stop asking for previews also for a while. And then if I get through the queue and I feel like, okay, I got some time, I want to check out some new stuff, I'll reach out. But yeah.
Jim found the cards. 10 Ultra Pro deck boxes full of sleeved cards.
Oh my god. Jim, like I'll pay for shipping on that. I have no problem. So if you want to just let me know. I feel bad.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I feel bad to send another package, but like I can help out with that. No problem. Yeah. We'll get that fixed. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh man. I know that's the pain. I've shipped things and forgot to put stuff in the box too. For like work. For work I've had to do it. But at least the shipping then was on the company account. But yeah, let's see here. Andrew's saying Tainted Grail Wave 2 doesn't ship in the US and Canada until January 2nd. Okay. Okay, that's good. So we have some time so I hopefully I'll see it pop up at stores. Dan's asking, have you played Dwellings of Elderville? If not, do you plan to? That's a game I kind of wanted. It looked beautiful. I want to play it. I haven't played it. I've just watched it like explained to me at Gen Con before. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a copy in the future. Maybe I'll play it. I'm not sure right now. But we'll see. I saw that showed up in retailers. So we'll look into that. That might be a game that's in stock and available. Maybe on Boxing Day we can grab. But it is something I want. Like Sacabros is like loving the crap out of this game.
And the pictures of it are beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my list.
So we'll see. But yeah, I wouldn't say never and no, but Bob's asking, important question here. Brussels sprouts, tasty Christmas vegetable or work of the devil?
Tasty Christmas vegetable.
They're just a tasty vegetable any time of the year. I love me some Brussels sprouts. I think I was tortured by my mother to eat them when I was a child. And at first, yeah, they're gross little works of the devil. But after you eat anything enough and it becomes part of your staple diet,
you get used to it.
They become great. So yeah, I've grown up eating them, so I love them. Our daughter, on the other hand, looks at them kind of funny, but still eats them. She does eat them,
yeah.
She still eats them.
She doesn't love them, but she'll eat them. They're best, too, if you just put them in the oven, like put a little bit of olive oil on them, some salt and pepper, and bake them in the oven. So good.
Jeff saying, have you ever played Imperial Assault? My wife painted every figure from all the expansions. Oh, you have a wife that paints too. You must be lucky.
Yeah, I think there was some comments about that. If she's ever available, there's some people that are willing to take her.
Yes. No, I have not played Imperial Assault. I barely played Descent 2nd Edition. I bought Descent 2nd Edition. I'm more into fantasy than I am into sci-fi/Star Wars, but I do love Star Wars. It's just not a game that I got into when it came out because I hadn't bought much of the Descent expansions. So I thought if I'm not playing Descent, really, it didn't pull me in after a couple plays. And I'm not buying stuff for that. Why would I get into the Star Wars kind of equivalent of it? But I did hear it's kind of a better game. They learned some things. They improved on the system a little bit. And I know FFG is saying they stopped making content for it, but they're going to keep printing it because it still sells amazingly well. Maybe one day I'll grab some of it if it's on sale. It's a game I would play for sure.
I think we have that on our list as like to watch.
I don't think so. You can add it. You can add it to a game.
I added Dwellings of Everdale again. I already have it on there.
Yeah, it is something that's been brought up a few times to us. Is like, hey, do we own it, and why don't we play it? But we don't. But I know it has like kind of campaign story stuff to it too. But then also Descent, Legends of the Dark or Darkness or whatever, the new one coming out next year. It's like I don't know if I'd invest in Imperial Assault when I got this other giant app dungeon crawler game coming, like, so that's the other, that's what I'd prioritize more over that. But if I ever got a good deal on it, I would go for Imperial Assault, which I'm sure there's people who are selling that off used.
Yeah.
Who played through it.
While you look for the next one, Locator Gaming says Brussels sprouts with balsamic glaze. Good. Yes, delicious. Also, if you put balsamic glaze on like roasted peppers.
Yeah, that is good.
So good. Yeah.
Jeff's asking, I think it was asked last month, but I don't remember my answer.
I don't even remember my answer.
Sorry, just joined if you already answered. What is your favorite new game you played this year? No, we were asked before what game was new to us that we played this year and we loved the most. And I forget what that answer was.
I do too.
And sometimes I forget what we played this year and what we played last year. But I don't know. Games we played new to us this year, for sure, were like Mage Knight, Spirit Island was new, Seventh Continent. Not new, we played it in the past, but like solo Seventh Continent was like, opened up my eyes this year and got into that. But
Pandemic, Season 0.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
That's what you liked, yeah?
Well, I'm just saying like some different ones. I did like that one a lot. We played like Dawn of Peacemakers was fun.
Yeah, what was your favorite? What was your favorite one that you played that you're like, man, that was great? That you couldn't remember, just off the top of your head, 2 seconds. Whatever comes to mind first.
I know it's hard because what comes to mind first is probably something we played more recently than something we played in the past.
Yeah, so brand new. Yeah, I don't know. But we played like, yeah, I don't know out of all those games other than like Pandemic Legacy Season 0, what was like brand new this year. I really liked
that one, so maybe that might have been Root. Root was fun.
Root was new to us too.
That was new to us, yeah.
I think Mage Knight for me probably was my favorite new one that I played this year. That was like kind of like love spending hours in that. But Seventh Continent is in there too. And I most recently that Forbidden Sanctuary one, that may be my favorite curse. That one was awesome.
Mine. I think mine would be this War of Mine.
Oh,
I think that was new to us this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my favorite.
Yeah, it's hard because we don't like always, we're not on the cutting edge trying to buy like everything that's new that comes out like blindly.
Yeah.
I'm more of looking for like the great games that people are playing and talking about that maybe came out a couple of years ago or whatever. And yeah, so I'm not closed off to buying older, interesting hidden gems or older classics or games that got good word of mouth or second editions or whatever that have brought them back into the light. I'd rather get a tried and true tested game that's available rather than the new hotness in most cases.
Yeah.
That's just the way I am now. I just only have so many gaming hours. I want to spend it playing like great games, great experiences, and sometimes like backing a game on Kickstarter when it shows up to your door, no one's really played it yet. You don't even know if it's a great game or not. So I try to avoid those in most cases, but we still back some Kickstarters. But anyways.
Well, the other problem is that we play campaign games and it usually takes us quite a bit to get through. So it's not like we buy a game and we play it one time and then it's on the shelf. We play games all the way to the end. So it takes us a lot longer.
And yeah, Dan's saying something that I've learned. Like he's saying we're not cutting edge on quotes. Main reason I'm a huge fan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like you can find channels out there that are just playing the previews of everything, brand new of everything on the next game, like, and that's fine. You can do that. I just choose not to. I'd rather grab a game, play the whole campaign.
Yep.
And if you're a channel that's playing every game, the whole campaign, and you're only 1.5 people playing it, like Mel's not full time on this channel.
I was gonna say I'm only a half, but yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we only have other guests show up randomly, so like I don't have a dedicated like 4-player group that'll play every single night of the week to get through campaigns and still play every new Kickstarter that comes out. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So I choose to enjoy games like a fine wine, and even if they're a little aged and older, they're still great. They're probably better, and they have some support to them. They have newer printings. They have FAQs out. It's just easier to get into them. They have a player base that knows about the game. People have already gone through the spoilers who will watch. And yeah, so I'm okay playing late to the party kind of games.
We will pick up some new games we did with Pandemic. We did with, I think, a few other ones. That's the first one I can think of. But yeah.
But yeah, so I prefer to be the different. Like I saw, like, I got into the hobby. Of course, you find like the Dice Tower, and it's like usually like the latest, greatest. They've got more like getting other people on the channel there to fill in the older games gap. Like you'll still see videos pop up for older games, but it's not the Dice Tower crew. It's like, side people who are just submitting videos to them. Mm-hmm. But there's channels out there that are always covering the latest and greatest that the companies are sending all their games to. I prefer to be like kind of a little bit of a filter. Like I'll pick the games I want to play. It's Rob's gaming table, not whatever the company decides to put on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm glad to hear that Dan is saying he's a huge fan for that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be a little different too, right?
We are different than some other channels, which is what brings people here.
Yeah, I like that. Sacabra, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's lost.
This is a spoiler.
I know because you're checking the mail for it, so it's
Yeah.
like I don't know what it is, but now I've put it together that it's coming. But I don't know. Like other things that have shipped after locally have come before, so I don't know. But I know Canada Post is like ridiculously backed up. Hopefully it didn't like fall off the assembly line in the sorting room or whatever, and they'll find it later, which could happen.
There is an awesome video that's on the board game group, and it's literally a conveyor belt with just a box that's like spinning around. It's not coming down the belt. It's so funny. It's like this is everyone's Kickstarter. That's just sitting at the top of the belt as all the other boxes are coming down.
So Kanji saying, I highly recommend Dice Throne. Their third game, Corner, comes out soon, but play season 1 and 2 first. They're 1v1. That's why Dice Throne. That's why I put that. I took it off the list.
Oh, okay.
I already
This is
looked into
1v1?
Dice Throne. I was like, yeah, this looks cool, but then it's a 1v1 game. So right away I was like, we have enough of those.
I see, yeah.
We don't like playing those as much. I love playing 1v1 games. That's like my favorite way to game is competitively.
We do have. We
know.
will play some competitive.
I know, but I like how many 1v1 games do I need?
Yeah, we can't play all.
There's other games that more fit the co-op playing with Mel or playing solo that I'd rather get. But I did look into it. I would say never say never, but yeah, I already was like, I remember looking into it. I was like, this is very cool. But I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait. We'll go for other 1v1 games or just co-ops in general. But I do believe you, and I appreciate the tips. I believe it's a good game. And hopefully someone here is like, man, I need a 1v1 game.
I'm just going to add it back with an asterisk
right,
just because
so
I want to
okay.
look, because even Kanji saying that, I will like it too. I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
showed you it. I remember we looked at it. It was a while back.
Yeah, I just can't remember. Too many games in my head.
It doesn't need to have a solo mode. Again, I'm not all about the solo here. If it does, that's nice. That's like having an extra way I can play it. If it's too difficult or the theme doesn't click with other people, I can still play it. But that just means it gets played less. But if it also has multiplayer of some kind and solo, to me that's like, okay, that game will get played for sure. That's how I look at it. So Beale's saying about Imperial Assault, yes, but I know they have an app and you can play it like, you know, co-op or whatever, and I know it's not the full thing like that. It's meant to be kind of a one versus many, which is why I really avoided and didn't like that system in the first place for Descent. But that's all going to be fixed with the new Descent, supposedly. Yes. They have created an app that controls the Empire, different scenarios though. Yeah. They did the same thing for Descent. It's like you can't play like the whole collection that way, but I'm sure there's fan rules too that do it.
Bob also says, I think a 1v1 game with your spouse is a recipe for disaster.
As you guys have seen on the channel many times. Just kidding. No.
I mean,
sleeping on the couch.
The raw emotions come out when we play, but then once we walk away from the table, it's fine. We're both very competitive. That's a problem.
So Heather's asking, these top 10 lists, so any chance to do a top 10 of 2020, even if it's a new to you top 10? That technically, I don't know if I would, but it's something I could do. But I want to update my top 10 games of all time because I played so many other amazing games that were new to me this year that I feel would have made that top 10 list had I played them before. But the cool part is every year I'm going to update that list. So that will happen in the next few months. I'll update that. But a top 10 of 2020, yeah, I'd have to go through and find out what games were new to us that I played this year. I'm assuming it's more than 10 games.
I mean, it is lucky that we do have video footage that we could easily kind of scroll through and
yeah, I can scroll through
notes.
the videos on the channel and kind of like, oh no, that we played before.
Yeah.
But like I got to go through each game and be like, was that new this year? Or did I just play that one before but never played it on the channel?
But that's something for the future that we could maybe make notes as we go of.
Yeah.
For
it's possible, but it's not in the plans right now. Right now, I just want to play a bunch of games that I have. While I have Mel here, I just want to get through these games over the holidays. So there's no plans to stop and do any top 10 lists. But when Mel's back to work, I gotta do some of those. And Mel and I are still supposed to do a top.
Yeah, we're gonna do
games that we made.
Like to play together.
Yeah, we made our like list of the games. We just have to record
but
that
I think
video.
it may slightly change now that we've played a few other games. So it's so
problem.
hard. But now that we'll get to the end of the year, we'll make that video. Yeah.
Let's see.
While you're looking for that, Velchko says, guys, list your games that Rob made me buy it.
No,
so people are
you're going to fill the chat. No.
They're going to list their games that we made them buy.
So Sean's saying, I bet you'd like Heroes of Tyranoth. Love it. Have it.
Yeah, we've
played through a bunch of that on the channel in the past. There are videos on the channel for that game. And then no new expansions announced yet. I don't think there'll ever be expansions for it. I know FFG is still working with the Sadler brothers on things, but they do not work officially for FFG. So, and that game I don't think sold very well because people had already played the first edition of that game, which was the Warhammer adventure card game or whatever it was. And then they lost the license, so they reskinned it with Heroes of Tyranoth. But it supposedly was missing a few things. It wasn't as good of a game as the Warhammer version. And because of that, a lot of people already own that version, didn't buy the second one. So it didn't sell well. So FFG's kind of said like they don't think, like they never announced expansions, but they kind of said like they're going to do expansions based on how well a game sells. And they're going to kind of wait a little more now instead of like rush the expansions out, kind of drop a game, see how it does for a while. If it picks up, they may start designing an expansion for it. But Heroes of Tyranoth is not one of those games. I don't think it did well. The buzz wasn't there on it. Just based on the views of our videos of that game, I expected them to be better, and they weren't. So that's all I kind of knew. People weren't really into that game at all. But we do have it. We did play through. I played through every scenario in there. We didn't win them all though. Some of them are like very weird design, and I don't know. I don't think they're balanced very well. But they're tough on purpose, I guess. But yes, I do love that game. I want to play that one again on the channel. I do. But again, like I don't think many people will care about it because it's like it's just one of those games that like FFG dropped, and it was like people just were like, I don't need that game. Pass.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that.
But it is great. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Joseph from Board Games and Near Moss is here. Hey, Joseph. What's a traditional Canadian Christmas dinner? Same as the U.S. one, I think.
I think so, yeah. Like
North
turkey,
American is like, turkey
stuffing, mashed potatoes, veggies,
cranberry sauce.
which I did not get.
You didn't?
No, I forgot.
Oh my God, Christmas is ruined.
I can walk this through later.
Oh my God, Christmas is ruined. Mel didn't get the cranberry sauce.
We live very, very close to us, so I can remember.
Oh my God.
Turkey, ham,
Mel, you gotta
whatever.
go. Mel's leaving the
That just
stream.
reminded me that I forgot that.
Turkey covered in poutine.
Yeah, gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Biscuits.
No, it would be a turkey stuffed with poutine.
Oh yeah, that would be the best.
Stuffed with poutine.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Just get a poutine, cheese curds, gravy, fries, and just right in there.
But we eat that regularly all the time, so we can't eat that on Christmas too. You know. Yeah, same as the usual U.S. one, I think.
So Nathaniel's bringing up an interesting thing here. A little hot topic around here is what are your family Christmas traditions? With our family, we definitely have to watch certain Christmas movies every year. Sometimes some of those changed based on what I want to watch. But the movies that we watch usually, my daughter wants to watch Home Alone usually most years.
And then you want to watch
A Christmas Story has to be watched.
Yeah, and then
Christmas Eve.
And I love to watch Elf.
Elf gets watched. And Rudolph. Rudolph, the Rankin Bass animated special has to be watched. That's a tradition.
Yeah.
So those movies usually get watched every single year, plus some others get mixed in there, or some get changed if we feel like, one that we watch a lot leading up is Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that's
Love that one.
That's good.
Love that one.
Yeah.
So good.
But as our daughter's getting older, that might change on some of the movies
so
we can.
Watching Christmas movies, tradition. Tradition for sure.
Yeah. And Santa loves peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
So that's another tradition.
Another tradition is going and seeing family usually, but that tradition's not happening this year.
Yeah.
So we went ahead of time, which I hope a lot of you guys have done to be safe. We basically just did a run by and threw gifts out the window at our relatives that we would normally be seeing.
Yeah, nieces and nephews
and got them the games early, or not games, got them the gifts early, so we could do calls with them on Christmas virtually over video call, opening the gifts and seeing each other on Christmas Day morning. That's the plan, is to do video calls. So that's going to be like, I don't know if it'll be a new tradition, but it's basically our traditions in the past are kind of been squashed, other than the staying inside and watching movies throughout December, kind of building up to Christmas. We also will usually go down to Niagara Falls, is a tradition that we have, and some other places local to us, to check out like parks where the cities have put up Christmas light displays. And I know Niagara Falls usually does like fireworks and Christmas light displays all around on the Canadian side.
Yeah.
So we'll usually drive down there, grab a hot chocolate, freeze our butts off, walk around for a couple hours. But again, because of COVID and all this stuff, you probably can do it, but
we're not.
Yeah, we're not. So
yeah.
But yeah, those are some of the things we do.
We also like to take time just to spend time with just us anyway. So I think
that works out.
Because there's so much hustle and bustle, and we like to have a day where we can do our own thing together.
Dan speaks the truth. Marriage equals the ultimate co-op, if you're doing it right. But it's also occasionally a 1v1 game.
Occasionally, yeah.
Like, as long as it's less of a 1v1 game, the marriage you'll keep playing that game. If it becomes a permanent 1v1 game, it'll eventually be a solo game.
Very true.
It'll eventually be a solo game. So keep it co-op. Keep it co-op.
That's the best.
Love it, love it, love it. I have to highlight this one because it feels good. Kanji, who's now playing Too Many Bones on his channel, you guys should check that out. Root him out. Root along with him. I checked. I saw a bit of the aftermath. I watched a bit of it. But yeah, it's saying Rob makes Too Many Bones look easy. I don't think my first playthroughs I made it look easy with Mel and everything, but then he gets played and gets slaughtered. No.
We have a few where we've gotten slaughtered too.
It's just I've played a lot. Kanji, you'll eventually play a lot of it. You'll get used to it. You'll get used to the nuances. But that's the fun of the game. That adds to the replayability. If you were just able to crush it, it'd get boring, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't crush it. I don't know if I make it look easy. I don't feel like it's easy. I feel like things are some playthroughs, yes, with certain tyrants and certain gear locks feel easy, but other times, man, it's coming down to like dice rolls where I almost fail. If I fail a certain scenario, it will just snowball out of control, and so I'm always stressed when I'm playing it, and worried that I'm having trouble. But unless we're playing like 4-player, that's the only time where I'm like, it's kind of easy. You can kind of goof around a little bit.
Bob says, "Geez, Rob, ever thought about taking up marriage guidance counseling? You're a natural."
Oh man. Ken Gold's asking top 3 solo games. Right now, top of my head, I did a list earlier this year. I don't remember exactly the order, but man, right now, because I just played it, Seventh Continent is in there. I don't know which number it would be. I also Mage Knight, I love playing solo. That was fun. But Seventh Continent for sure. Mage Knight. I haven't played Spirit Island in a while, but I know I loved playing it solo. But I also like playing that one multiplayer a lot. So that was up there. But that will get back on the table soon, I know. But I don't know. I love Hexplore It too. Hexplore It.
Such a good game.
I like playing that recently. I don't know. Anyone else in the chat have the top 3 solo games, drop them in. But those are the 3 that come to mind that I've played solo recently, and they've stuck with me. But again, like as I play other games, getting back to the table, all of a sudden those I get really into. So it's hard to just like list them off without sitting there for a while and like really analyzing and all the options and thinking about it through. I have trouble doing that. But yeah, so just off the top of my head, Explore It. Love playing those solo. Think they're awesome.
Oh, Too Many Bones?
Too Many Bones, yeah.
But you like to play that with more people, right? I mean, you do play it solo.
I do play it solo and have fun with Too Many Bones solo. I do love playing it solo. But if I can play multiplayer, I'd pick multiplayer over it to play it.
Yeah.
So the way I look at my favorite solo games mean I usually don't care about playing the multiplayer that much. I would prefer to play them solo.
But...
Yeah, so I look at them as like, these are true solo games. But like, I still would play Hexplore It multiplayer. It's going to take a lot longer. But yeah, I love Seventh Continent. But Seventh Continent, I think, is like needs to be just played solo, in my opinion. But
yeah, you didn't
that's
like
just my taste. Yeah, don't like playing a multiplayer at all.
Matt says, Rob, giving marriage advice is like a cow giving advice to a butcher. And Daniel says, my marriage advice for games is simple: let her win. Okay.
There's a store close to the cabin.
Oh yeah, right. I have to walk through the snow, but yes.
Yeah. So Mel assumed we were at our regular house.
I forgot where we were.
Yeah, because there's all the cameras and lights that makes it feel like we're back at home.
Yeah.
Because it looks similar to our setup, but it's obviously a different room.
Right. I forgot. I just had to get on my snowmobile or something.
Well, first you got to get the snowshoes out of the shed to then get to the other shed that's like about a half a kilometer away to go get the snowmobile. And then, you then take that the rest of the way. So that's why I'm telling you to go now.
Yeah,
so you
it's
can
going to take a few hours.
So you can be back by Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. So yes, thank
That's
you.
the maid's job, right? We can send the maid. Maybe she can make some.
Last time we sent her out,
Why is Mel doing it? Yeah, exactly. Why am I doing it?
No. Last time we sent her outside to do anything, though, there's hunters, and they start firing at her because remember, she's half Yeti. So to keep her safe, that's why we keep her inside. So if it's outside, we have to take care of it. That's the deal. Yeah. That's the deal. For her safety, that's how it has to be played.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Animation Raptor says, run out in the forest behind you and grab any red berry and make your own.
Yeah, that couldn't be deadly at all.
Yeah.
These look good.
I don't want to spend the day after Christmas on the toilet. I'd rather play it learning the next games we're going to stream.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Oh, Belcho said that's called kidnapping.
Go,
Oh my God,
Yeti Maid, go.
This is hilarious.
Not Die Hard.
We did watch Die Hard one year,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not a tradition by any means.
My daughter won't sit and watch that. I'll watch it. And Mel will be like not paying attention the whole time, I'm sure, not care. So it's not
I
not as
watched
funny.
it. It's okay.
Let's see. Scrolling through quicker here. I don't know. I think I answered. I'm sorry if I missed anything. Kind of scrolling through, but if anyone has any other questions, let me know. But we're probably good for like another 30 minutes if anyone has any questions.
I'm trying to see if you missed
I see Bob's got one here. Is this the true difference between Canadians and Americans? You have Yetis, they have Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I thought Bigfoot was a Yeti. No, I guess not. Yetis are like snow
Yeah, they're
related. Yeah, Bigfoot just walk around regular forests, according to that the leaked footage.
Yeah.
Brian, Merry Christmas to you too. Kanji's, funny enough, my Christmas tradition is Hunt for Red October. It isn't even a Christmas movie.
Oh.
But it's a great movie, though. I like that one a lot.
Is that a movie you watch with your family?
It's like the submarine movie with, I'm forgetting his name, James Bond, Sean Connery.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, we did miss one. Sirhan did another one. Oh.
My bad. Let's do a show.
Oh, sorry, I got it.
Let's see. Sir Han's asking, I know how you feel regarding Kickstarter and games with tons of minis. Opinion on how Awakened Realms is doing it for ISS Vanguard. Essentially offering a version with and without minis. I like this approach personally. Thanks. I prefer that, but I totally understand if a company decides to do one SKU only. That's smart from a business perspective. It means they only have to make, one production line of this game, go through one factory, and don't need to wait on miniatures to assemble it. But I know most games are kind of like assembled in one place, and all the different components and boxes and arts and rule books are all produced at different factories, and they all arrive to like one place to be assembled into that final box and then shipped out from there. So if that's the way it's done, there's no issue with like having, the minis come from a different supplier and some boxes get minis, some don't. But you obviously need a different insert and all that stuff. So I don't know how they're doing that. It's kind of like making two different games.
But I mean, financially, for some that
if
don't want
If they're selling
minis,
enough copies, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the way they're looking at it is like, the people who don't want the minis, who want a lower price point.
Oh, minis are their own separate box.
Oh,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
so like an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not two versions then. That's just having that like upgraded minis expansion thing, which we've seen other companies do in the past too, where you can buy a basic version of the game and then there'll be like an add-on to add miniatures instead. Yeah.
I mean that.
Like Seventh Continent technically has minis that came with the Kickstarter edition, but they also had standees you could play with instead. Now they only sell the standee version, I think. But like, I don't know, who cares? But some people have to have the minis. I know there's Chip Theory Games with their Cloud Spire. I play with the chips as spires. I like it. I didn't want the upgraded miniatures. I feel they get in the way for gameplay. They look amazing on the table. They're great at conventions for selling the game to people. But they have an optional mini expansion. Don't care.
They're also not great for live play, right?
Well,
it's harder for you to see.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, some people like the minis. If you're a painter or you have a wife that paints, now I'm more interested in the minis versions of things. But it's more too about the extra boxes of minis and stretch goals and stuff that I'll never play with. That's my issue, really. But I do like the way they're offering non-minis option, because if you don't paint, like, I would rather play with standees if I didn't paint than gray plastic that all looks the same.
Yeah.
At least the minis or the standees, you get art on them and stuff. So it can be nice. But some people don't mind playing with non-painted minis too. They just like having the plastic on the board. That's fine too.
Yeah.
But I do like the option. I think the option's great. But it still needs to be a great game for me to care. Whether it has minis or it doesn't, I'm looking for the great game, not just a marketing campaign selling minis. That's where I'm at. But yeah. But I do like how they're doing that. That's cool.
Lots of questions flew in after you did that. So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Isn't the Bigfoot American and Sasquatch Canadian? The Sam Squanch? The Sam Squanch? Any Trailer Park Boys fans? Sam Squanch? Bubbles? No? Yeah. I think so.
I think you have to go up still.
Oh, no. Brian's asking, are we going to see more Cthulhu Death May Die? Well, Brian, if you were here at the beginning when we talked about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, I'm just joking. Yes, we are,
Yes.
for sure. Mel's painting what we need for episode 2 right now.
Yes.
And we'll be playing that hopefully between, like 99%, we'll be playing that between Christmas and New Year's is the next one. And we'll kind of might play a couple before Mel goes back to work. But we'll see. We'll try to fit them in and see what we can schedule. We're going to play some more Sword and Sorcery. Going to play some Runebound is already scheduled. So those are the 3 games we're going to try to play a bunch of while Mel's off work. To see if we can get through some of that. And then we'll continue to play Cthulhu Death May Die on weekends and stuff, or even evenings if it's not that long. But yeah, we'll continue. So yes, more Cthulhu Death May Die. Mel's just working through the painting, and then we'll get more of that on the channel. But yes, we will be playing more of that for sure.
Yeah, it's great having all these games with minis, and I love to paint them, but I can't paint them as fast as they come in.
Yeah.
Or as fast as we want to play them.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see.
There was a question that we missed from Dan.
Daniel Hale saying,
yeah, here we go.
would you consider going through Gloomhaven again with different characters on stream or not? I would consider it. The only issue right now, why I wouldn't want to start another campaign of Gloomhaven, which honestly, if I were to play more Gloomhaven, I would play Forgotten Circles physically, or I would play some of the scenarios we never finished, played, or beaten out of Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
I feel Gloomhaven to me isn't fully complete because I have other scenarios to play. But I wouldn't want to start a campaign with actual board game Gloomhaven because 2 reasons. 3, Forgotten Circles I'd rather be playing, or the digital version when they finish it and actually have the campaign in that, I will start a new campaign in there. So I don't want to be halfway through a campaign in the physical game and then start a brand new one in the digital game. And the third, as yes, Rockets mentioned it, Frosthaven.
Yeah.
So there's Frosthaven. So what I would more likely play than Gloomhaven again, I would play Jaws of the Lion again, trying the other characters. That is what I would rather play even more than Forgotten Circles. That's what I'd rather play. But right now there's so many other games we go out and get through, and before we know it, like we'll have other campaign games, including Frosthaven in our collection, and I'll kind of want to play that instead. Because there's too many other games I want to still play that are kind of new to us, new experiences I want to get through, rather than going back and reliving another, like an older experience. And there's so much other Gloomhaven content to play, rather than starting over with new characters. I can play those new characters in the digital version now. That's kind of the way I want to experience Gloomhaven. So yeah. So that's the next time you'll see me play through Gloomhaven, is most likely in the digital version. We'll start a campaign, and I will have people virtually jumping in and out of that campaign. So our Patreons in the Discord, if anyone's playing through it when it comes out, I want your characters joining my campaign, and I'll join your campaign and that kind of stuff. I want to do that stuff. Hopefully that works out. But yeah, by then hopefully they get the co-op stuff working like rock solid, and but that's the plan. That's my plan for Gloomhaven. But I do want to play Forgotten Circles still, but it's like I want to play it with Justin, and this COVID crap is killing me.
I know.
And before the COVID thing, Justin had some family health issues that he had to deal with, so we lost Justin for a bit, but he's dealing with some things, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully we can get him back after the holidays, after the COVID lockdown. And when that happens, then we'll get Forgotten Circles going. But it's kind of all based on Justin. I don't really want to play that 2-player. I want to play it 3-player and get Justin mixed in, at least for a few of the scenarios if possible. But that's the plan with that one.
That reminds me that we should probably try to do a Game of Thrones digital again, because that was fun. Get Kyle and Justin in, and then get a few.
That used to be a Christmas tradition, not a family Christmas tradition.
No, a friend Christmas tradition.
But yeah, the week between Christmas and New Year's was like, call everyone who's ever played Game of Thrones. Who's available? Come on down.
Book your spot. So we would make a thing, and they could book their spot if they wanted to play.
Book your spot. We got 6 seats. Let's go.
Yeah, that was fun. But we should do that again soon, because that was a lot of fun to play with you guys.
Jim's asking, Rob, what do you think about the Runebound rules? Standard FFG rules, standard, like, the game seems interesting. The combat system, I'm not sure. I got to play with it.
Yeah.
But the whole flipping chips and stuff that they used in didn't they use that in Rune Wars? They're like competitive tabletop miniature game too, I think, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the other one, the other hex-based one. I forget the game that they made that was in the Terranoth world that was a board game, but it uses hexes, and it kind of came out for a couple of years, and they were trying to make it a competitive game. I forget that game. It's like based on the Command and Colors system. Oh, I forget that game. But anyways, I've seen that token flipping thing before, and it seems weird. But I want to try it. I think it could be interesting. But other than that, like adventuring around the board, flipping cards off decks, Battle Lore, Locator, thank you so much. Yeah, Battle Lore, that's the game I was trying to think of. That had flipping tokens, I think, right? Or maybe they just had the tokens were your guys, I think. But I thought there was something about them flipping, but maybe it wasn't flipping like a coin. It was just flipping them over for movement, so you didn't have to measure. Something weird. I remember I was like, that's interesting. But then the game failed, so. Tolkien flipping? Oh, man.
There was another good question from Andrew C. I don't remember if it was up or down.
Andrew. Or Anthony?
Anthony, yes. Yes, this one. Sorry.
Anthony asks, what 2021 games are you most looking forward to? Oathsworn?
Yep.
Frosthaven. I don't know if it's coming out in 2021, but I would hope that Chip Theory can make it pretty quick. Is Hoplomachus, the whole like new edition reboot, streamlining solo pack, whatever they're doing with that thing. The Hoplomachus I never played the original version of, and they're like redoing it, and it's early or spring 2021. They're doing the Kickstarter. I hope that it's delivered by the end of the year, since they already like have the base game, like they're just refining it, and that solo part of it. Hopefully, they've already been working on it. But yeah, Hoplomachus to me, hopefully, since it's the Kickstarter's earlier in the year, maybe we'll see it. But new.
But I think those, yeah, definitely Frosthaven, Oathsworn.
Yeah. I'm excited for Sands of Shirax and Explore It. We don't have it yet. I don't know if anyone's got their copies already, but I'm assuming ours will show up like in the new year at this point. So I won't get a chance to play it till 2021. So that I'm looking forward to a lot. To play some more Explore It, try that version of the game out. Other than that, I'm not sure.
I got it.
Descent, Legends in the Dark, or whatever it's called. The new Descent.
Yes.
Very much looking forward to the new Descent.
Did we pre-order that?
No, I keep forgetting.
Okay.
But I could do that, like right now.
No.
Because I want to.
I added it to my list. Okay. Animation Raptor says I got it today. Explore It.
He's in the U.S. though.
Yeah.
So that means we'll hopefully see it anytime within the next month, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next couple of days, we'll see. But I haven't got a shipping notification. Tiny, did you get a shipping notification for it or anything, or did it just show up? Or you probably don't know because your inbox is full of shipping notifications because you have way too many damn games coming from companies on Kickstarter. Let's see. Brian says, wow, it's snowing where you are? Yeah, it is. So Brian's late to the stream, but this is our $8 million log cabin up north. We've to get away from family, to abide to the COVID social distancing rules, we figured we go hide up in the north in the mountains. So we're at our $8 million log cabin we have that you guys didn't know about because we're so ballin'. And yeah, so we live out in the woods for Christmas. We're just here for this Christmas week. But our next playthrough stream will be back at our normal house.
Yeah, our regular townhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we live in all the time. It does look very real, though.
So Scabra, fellow Canadian, is saying Vanguard is plus 50% shipping plus import to Canada, so they can do what they want. I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
Preach!
Bingo.
Preach! Yes, extra shipping and crap. Canadian bad shipping is blows my mind. Blows my mind. But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Here's what I want companies to get back to doing. in the original Kickstarter days, long time ago, board game companies used to go on Kickstarter to try to bypass retail to fund a project and get 93% of the profit, no, 91% of the profit, and give 9% to Kickstarter. Then the rest they take as profit, or I guess they got to manufacture the game. But they increase their profit margins is what I'm trying to say, because they don't have to pay distribution, they don't have to pay local retailers, and they eat the shipping. So you go on Kickstarter and you either get a cheaper price on the game and pay a little shipping, because they'll eat some of that in that profit, or they cover shipping and level it out for everybody and make cheaper shipping because you can go ahead and buy it from them in advance. But now what companies gotten away with, because a few did it, is they charge you like full shipping. Like they're not, like shipping doesn't cost them anything, and they're still charging you full price for the game and all the content you're buying, and they're still making a profit off it, and they're not paying distribution, they're not paying retail. So I wish they got back to Kickstarters where backing it on Kickstarter, don't give me extra plastic crap I'm not going to play with. Give me the same game I'm going to get at retail, but give me a little deal on it. You're making more profit off it. Cover some of the damn shipping costs from shipping everything one by one to different places. But they're usually shipping it to a distribution place that's taking care of that for them. So I don't know what's going on here, but they're making shipping deals with these companies, but they're charging you the full shipping. So it's like, I don't know what's happening here. But anyways, I don't know. But yeah, it bugs me, and that's why I just avoid Kickstarter as much as I do now, because I look at a game like Vanguard, and if it's that great, hopefully I'll be able to buy it from a retailer in Canada later, throw it on an order, add some other stuff to it, support my local game store, pay less than you did on Kickstarter, and not have to pay shipping. Why would I back it on Kickstarter? The extra stuff they add to the game isn't that great. It never is. Those expansions...
Or it's too much. You're never going to get to it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like, I play Zombicide. The 6 starting characters, yeah, they make it a little boring. You could buy a couple expansions, but you don't need a box of 80 plus characters to play with that game.
No.
It's just extra junk. You paid for extra. It wasn't given free to you. It increased the cost of your pledge, and it usually increases your shipping rates because they only estimate shipping. This is the worst, where they're like, yeah, shipping to Canada is like $30. Then you add on a couple add-ons, and then you get the shipping afterwards in the checkout of the pledge manager months later after your money's been locked in, and then it's like $48 shipping, $53 shipping. Oh, because you added a couple of add-ons, that were Kickstarter exclusive or whatever. It's like, get out of here. So I'm done playing that game as much as possible. But Sakabra, you hit a chord there. And other countries are even worse off than this, where they obviously because of taxes and imports and stuff, it gets crazy. But there's no benefit to backing stuff on Kickstarter in my eyes. I know a lot of you are like, well, I have to have everything. I have to have all the minis. I have to have all the books. I have to get everything. To you, a completionist, okay, it makes sense, lock it in. But it's no guarantee you're getting all that stuff, and you're not getting it quickly. But I'd rather just wait and grab games through my retail chain, and hopefully those stores stay in business, and I support them. Even if I don't get the extra stretch goal box and the add-ons and whatever, I'll get a game that will entertain my time enough, and I got other games to play. So there's no game I need to spend 400 hours in with 400 hours of content. And I don't know who's just buying like that one Cool Mini or Not game and everything for it, and only playing that game for like 2 years straight, never playing any other games. But anyways, that's my feelings on that. So stop giving into the damn Kickstarter crap, because they're taking advantage of us.
That's true. But Bob says at your age you shouldn't use the word ballin' anymore.
Ballin'!
And
I don't know the new words.
And the best thing
Poggers! Woo, pogs!
Fire Chicken Review says, looks like jumped in at a great time. Interesting topic. And then you're getting a lot of preaches and yes.
Yeah. You guys know how to push the buttons. It's like, just push those little buttons. Poggers!
Yeah. So that's what you can look forward to when Rob's Rants videos become unlocked.
This is
videos exactly like that.
This is a preview. It'll be more structured though. But
yeah.
I'll actually think about my thoughts instead of just like just vomiting out my rants.
That's so funny.
Man.
But you definitely have to do one for Kickstarter, because I feel like that everyone agrees with you.
That's the
That'll
one.
be your first one.
That's the one. Yeah, I've been already mental notes, been putting stuff down. I saw Z Garcia. I watched a live stream on his on Dice Tower, I don't know, a week ago or so. or a review or something. I was watching, and Z started going off on a rant about Kickstarter and all that.
Really?
I was like, man, this guy's singing the praise. I was like, wow, I look at that guy in a different light now. He was like,
do they even back games? Like, I mean, maybe
Well,
personally they do.
but he was just talking about the change in Kickstarter also, similar to what I've been ranting about for a while. He was talking about that, like, you know, the way it's changed now and how it's become just like a pre-order thing. I don't know what else he was saying. I can't forget, but I just remember it was good. And I was just sitting there like, wow, this guy sounds like me. Like, I'm not the only one. Yeah, you mean Justin? Yeah, yeah.
But Buell is right, Rob. He says, isn't a rant supposed to be unscripted? Aren't you supposed to just rant off the top of your head?
Well, I will rant. But
but you'll have your points.
But in a video though, like, yeah, ranting in a live stream, whatever. But I want to have like a concise video where it doesn't go on for 45 minutes and I forget half of my thoughts.
Yeah.
So maybe not like scripted word for word.
But just like your points you want to have in there?
I just need to have my points on a screen and kind of have them in a certain order so they're succinct and kind of summarize it. Because what I've been asked for is a nice little 10-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, whatever video that people can send to their friends and other people that don't watch the channel, or watch themselves as a reminder of, like, you know, to talk them off the ledge of backing $400 on a Kickstarter. They're not even sure if the game is any good. So these are the kind of things. I just want to make little condensed videos that are just here. You don't have to look through a bunch of live streams to find these rants. Here's just like a condensed version of how I feel at the time. That's yeah. Always have the blood pressure meds close by, Mel.
Yeah, we talked about this before. These are the rants you guys see. There's the rants that you
Let
don't
me tell
see
you.
that happen off camera.
I'm gonna try to like I should do like those Jackass guys, the way they did those movies where they're wearing like the fake old man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I should get like an old man Halloween mask with gray hair, glasses, you know, all this, like, look really aged, lots of wrinkles, and sit in a rocking chair, just like rah, 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 like
get
yelling
off my lawn.
Yeah,
kind
get
of
off
idea?
my lawn.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel when I'm ranting. But you guys seem to have fun
No,
watching.
they love it. They love it.
But yeah, we'll see.
People would join probably just to see what is Rob going to rant about today.
And if I can find examples to kind of like back up what I'm saying, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I have some ideas. But yeah. Can't you say, in terms of content creation, what was you and Mel's greatest challenges in 2020?
I know mine.
Your work getting in the way of...
Oh, then I have two. Yeah, my work really picked up this year with COVID happening. I mean, twofold. I was working from home, but I'm working way more hours than I've ever worked before, and a lot of on call. So that's been hard, trying to fit things in. But I think personally, with the channel itself, would have been doing my first live stream by myself. It's still very nerve-wracking. As that countdown goes, I'm like sweating. So just getting used to being on the channel live by myself.
My challenge is just trying to like learn and play games and keep it going. Like, I don't know, just like, yeah, it's just like time goes too fast, I find. To get everything done in like life and the channel. It's like I have these ideas, like I want to play through this and this and this, and in this month we're gonna get this, so we'll play through that.
Yeah.
And then that month all of a sudden I'm like, what? We're in December already, or we're in November, we're in October, and I never even got this game to the table yet. I haven't even started reading the rules for that. Like, I just feel like sometimes there's not enough time to do everything, so that's been frustrating.
Even ideas. We have ideas and then we just can't fit them in, right?
But content creation, the one thing I love doing every year is going to Gen Con, Origins, meeting publishers, securing some of those preview videos or those review copies of games, or buying the new hotness games, filming tournament videos, playing in tournaments, and all that stuff that leads to content for the channel, attending Fantasy Flight games, panels, and all that stuff.
Getting to actually meet in-person publishers and designers.
That part of my content creation, I love doing that stuff. I love that part of the year. Those few conventions we go to. I was going to go to extra conventions this year was the plan. So again, COVID, just that challenge of all those falling apart. Like, we were making plans and everything, and then it just like, boom, lockdowns and all that stuff started happening. So that all kind of fell apart. So those were the challenges of like trying to still make content on the channel, but not change it up with some of that like convention and going there and maybe getting some footage from tournaments or on the convention floor and that kind of stuff.
As well, we also had lots of plans to meet people at conventions, and we were going to volunteer at booths.
Yeah, we
as
always
well.
meet people at conventions. We always bump into people that recognize us, and over the last like 3 or 4 years, and people from companies that we've talked to in the past,
Yeah.
people we've met at tournaments and world championships and all this kind of stuff. We see these people at Gen Con. It's like some of them are only time we see them.
Yeah,
And at Origins.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to organize a little more this year and actually meet up with you guys. The
play
people watch
games
this,
together.
Yeah, like pick a time where we're going to be at a certain spot, hang out. Let's all just get together, play some games, or just chat and have fun, have a beer, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that crap the COVID just crapped all over that. So hopefully that happens in the future. But that is the biggest challenge this year was I had all these plans with the convention stuff and it just fell apart.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of left stuck in my house just live streaming games over and over again, which I love doing, don't get me wrong, but I sometimes like to change it up a little bit here and there. So so that was the challenge. The other challenge was the last computer I was using and the issues we were having beginning when COVID started. The internet problems when we were streaming on YouTube and YouTube crapping out all the time, crashing, failing during live streams, canceling live streams in the middle of them or right before going live because YouTube was falling apart because the whole world was at home watching YouTube, streaming to YouTube.
Home.
Everybody and their brother who stopped working became a streamer this year. So it killed all the streaming platforms, just got flooded at the beginning. So there was issues all across the board.
Yeah, kids were doing school from home. Everybody's working
internet,
from
yeah,
home.
just internet in general. Internet in general. That was, I remember being a rough time, was not knowing if I'm going to click go live, if it's going to work today.
Yeah.
And I have my whole day set around playing a game, and it's like, is it going to work today? And it lagging and all that stuff. George J is here.
Hello, George.
Just popped in to wish everyone a great Merry Christmas. You too, George.
Same.
And George says, Rob copycats.
Copycats?
I don't know if anyone's copying me, but there's lots of...
Oh, I thought he was saying we're not copying people, right?
I don't
What are you saying, George? Are you saying we're copying people?
I think he's saying when I said everyone and their brother became a streamer.
Yeah.
I mean a streamer in general.
Yeah.
I mean video games, people just creating online video content. There's a lot of that. Because lots of people just at home. Like as soon as the work from home thing started, like every kid wanted a gaming chair, a webcam, a microphone, because all that stuff went out of stock right away. Like as soon as COVID started, I couldn't upgrade my equipment as easily. I couldn't buy gaming chairs as easily because the COVID thing created everybody. Like Twitch channels just blew up. A lot of kids just were like, I'm stuck at home. Mom, I want to stream now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stream all day. So many streamers popped out of the woodwork this year. Like it's crazy. And a lot of celebrities I found on YouTube just started streaming because like they weren't filming movies. So everybody and their brother in the Hollywood started their own YouTube channel and streaming and stuff, which is interesting. So it's good for the YouTube platform. It's good for Twitch. That means eyeballs are coming to these platforms that maybe weren't there before from those audiences. But it just means the competition, the eyeballs that may have watched my channel maybe are watching other channels too. So it's like there's a little more competition, but I'm still having fun. All is still well. We're still growing.
Yes.
So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, it's been a pretty weird year. Pretty weird year for sure. But yeah, trying to go buy an extra camera, man. It's like, all right, I want that camera. Nope, can't get it. I'll go for this camera. It's not as good. Nope, can't get it. How about this camera? Nope. Okay, maybe I'll just upgrade my lighting. Nope, that's not in stock either. Okay, how about a chair? Nope, can't buy that chair.
Yeah,
that I
even
wanted.
just buying the gaming chairs.
Yeah, it's like, man, those were challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
So well, hopefully that all corrects itself. Whoops. Let's see. Oh yeah, click the right thing. Chris says, I would recommend Kingdom Rush Rift in Time. It's a great puzzle/tower defense game. Works well for true solo and co-op. Mel, can you note that game? Kingdom Rush Rift in Time.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I already have it. Okay.
I should put those in a spreadsheet so you can order them by alphabetical. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
Time. Whoops. Okay.
Oops. Brian was fighting for Christmas Eve store traffic.
Got
That's why he
that,
was
yeah.
late. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through looking for questions. I'm reading all the comments too as much as I can. Reese asks, "What are your thoughts on Shadows of Brimstone?" I don't know. It looks interesting. Might show up on the channel. I don't know. It looks interesting as a dungeon crawler. It's been out for a while. I know there's some issues with it, but I know there's some fan-made things for it that make it better. I know they recently redid the core sets, like last year or something, right? Where they upgraded the quality and refined them and fixed all the errata and that kind of stuff. That's my understanding. I don't know. It's something you may see on the channel. We may get in the future. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's another dungeon crawler. It's interesting. Never say never. But I just know it's like Wild West slash Cthulhu.
Oh, okay.
But it's like similar. It seems like Sword and Sorcery kind of dungeon crawler.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, supposedly Brian's got a tip here for everyone. Gloomhaven Digital is on sale today.
Oh.
In fact, according to my email, every single PC game on like the Epic Store, Steam, every game's on sale. This happens every year. If you're a PC gamer, there's a lot of digital board games and stuff that are on sale. I'm sure the same is on Android and iOS. Keep an eye on the digital platforms because if you're looking for Steam games or apps or board game apps, whatever. Sorry, board game apps is what I'm trying to say. They're all going to pop on sale this week. Like, all of it. It always does every year. So keep an eye. Go look for that stuff. Supposedly Asmodee sale's happening. But like an Asmodee digital sale happens like every month. So if you don't want to buy any of these games now, just wait a month. There'll be another Asmodee sale. Is what I find. I have a bunch of games on my wish list, these digital board games, and man, I get notifications like once a month that they're on sale. So it's like, yeah, they're always telling you like, only on sale for one more day, get it now. And it's like, I'll wait. And
It'll
like
go on sale next month.
2 weeks later, I get an email again like, oh, the sale's even better, or maybe a little worse. But it's like, they're always on sale. Never pay full price for any PC digital game unless it's just brand new. But even then, they usually do sales at launch too. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you there, but yeah. Especially with not seeing family at Christmas, you might be wanting to play games digitally instead. With them remotely. So that's a solution you can look at there. So Kanji's saying, I will join you in your Gloomhaven digital campaign if you'll have me join. Because it doesn't involve dice rolling, I will for sure have you involved.
But maybe you want it to involve dice rolling.
No, because he'll drag down the party. So,
Oh.
yeah, you thought my dice rolling skills were bad? No. Kanji's still I don't know what curse was put on him. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, no, for sure. I'm just kidding. Yeah, for sure we'll play. Absolutely. I watched some of your Gloomhaven playthroughs. You know what you're doing.
Sacabra's in for Gloomhaven as well.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
You might not get to it, but Orbit's just saying, hello, just stopped in to wish you and
I'll
Mel
get to it.
Merry Christmas.
I'll get
into
to
the
it.
community. Off to
Boom.
Okay, there we go.
Orbit. Awesome. Thank you so much. Off to last minute shop. Good luck out there.
Good luck out there.
Good luck
Be
out there.
safe.
Yeah,
Wear your
hope you
mask.
come back alive. Throw them bows.
Sorry, but that threw off where you were, no?
I'm going to click this, but I'm going to pretend I didn't see it. All innocent, like, do you have any pet peeves concerning Kickstarters? No, Chris. I love Kickstarter. I'm so happy to back anything on Kickstarter. It's the greatest. No issues with any of that business model at all.
Did that throw off where you were?
You trolls. No, because I can go back up and just find the last one I clicked-ish.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, I'm falling behind. It only went quiet for a bit. Yeah, Tiny, we would play a tower defense game. King's Armory. I know what Last Bastion is.
King's Armory's on our list.
Last Bastion is like the reprint of, the reskin of Ghost Stories. Which Ghost Stories is a game I wanted for a while, just never added to the collection, but it interested me a lot. But yeah, we will play one for sure.
Yeah.
I need to get one in my collection because I feel we don't have one other than the only clousest thing I can say is Cloudspire. there is tower defense elements to it, and you can play the endless mode, which is kind of like a tower defense game. But that's the only real tower defense in my tabletop gaming that I've really played around with, I think. I don't think we own any tower defense-y kind of game, like only tower defense.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to add one to my collection to try it out, a full tower defense game. So yeah, Mel, can you note those defense grid? Kind of put them in a little category of tower defense games.
I have King's Army.
Because I definitely value what
already.
Animation
What's the other
Raptor, aka Tiny, is saying, because he's played so many games. So if he's naming tower defense and saying King's Grid, King's Armory, Last Bastion, and Kingdom Rush, that needs to be in that same list. So those need to be noted as they're all part of the same. So I will probably do some research. I've done some research on a couple of those games, but I'll probably put a poll to our producer patrons and our supporter patrons to vote out of those games. I'll go look which ones are even available to buy. Because if they're like old Kickstarters that never went to retail that you can't find anywhere, I don't want to pay crazy secondary hand market prices. But I will grab one based on what you guys want to see on the channel. So I'll put a vote to the patrons after I do some research, but it most likely will include all 4 of those games. And then if you guys have any others, yeah, you can let me know. But yeah, that's a good one. I definitely want to play that. Or I definitely want to play one of those.
Noted.
What was the one that was from Kumini or Not? They had one too, and I don't think it's one of those. And I always forget the name of it because it's like a generic name. Does anyone know the Come On Games tower defense game that was like a miniatures version of Last Bastion or Ghost Stories, kind of? Where you're in like the castle and like all 4 sides there's like monsters. Besieged. B-Sieged. Hans, thank you so much. Yeah, it's just a weird name. I can never remember it. I have a buddy that bought it off Kickstarter, and he said he liked it, but it wasn't like the greatest Come On game he backed. But that's a possibility. I remember that being one tower defense game that I was kind of interested in, but that one didn't seem to stick with people. Like, I don't ever hear that one mentioned at all. Adam, yes, I've looked into the King's Dilemma. I see it's a pre-order at one of our local stores. I have it on my wish list for when it does come into stock. I might grab it because I think that'd be hilarious to play on the channel. It's basically where you like play and you're opening envelopes. It's like a one-time playthrough, like a legacy game, I think, if I'm correct about this one. And you open it up, and then you have to like, you're like the king, or working for the king or something, and different issues will come up, and you all make a vote, and based on that, certain things will happen and change the game, and you'll grab different envelopes, and it looks super interesting. I want it.
Speaking of that, there was a question, I believe, from Animation Raptor that probably got missed, but it was a question about would we ever play like escape games or escape room games on the channel.
Yes.
And it's funny because we just recently talked about that.
We were talking about playing it on like New Year's, maybe, but I don't think we will on New Year's Eve, but we're going to play like just some escape room games.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Yes, we will.
I do want to.
Yeah,
I love
we
those
have
games.
them. We've played a few of them. I don't feel I'm great at them, but the more I play Seventh Continent and do that kind of stuff in that game, makes me want to go back and play that stuff live on channel. The only problem is there's spoilers to them. That's why I avoided them, and they only take like an hour. But what I would do for streaming them, I would play without the timer limit. So that way we can chat and casually play them. Because that bugs me about those like unlock games having the timer always going and you're like feel pressure. I don't find that part fun. It is kind of fun when you have a whole bunch of people at the table and you're all like throwing components back and forth and you're racing. But
to play it on stream and show the cards and read through everything, we'd want to. We'd want to.
So yes, we have a bunch. We have some that are unplayed. We have some that are unopened. We have some we've played in the past and probably forget how to play them. But we do have Chronicles of Crime also, which I've played the tutorial for, but Mel's never played. I will be streaming that one on the channel eventually, Janet, 100%. I just have to figure out the best way to wire up an Android device or an iOS device so you guys can see what we see when we're doing that part of the app driven part of the game. But yes, I 100% want to play that one. We do have that game. And we will mess with that.
Oh, I think we jumped again. Did we?
I don't know.
Yeah, you jumped. You have to go up again.
Okay. I do see a nice name to see. Show and Tech, Shamar.
Hello.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Yes.
Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you're staying safe. And I hope you're doing your whole Christmas virtually and obeying to the lockdown. But yeah, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Man. I don't know what you're saying. I mean.
No, there's just.
Oh, that stuff I already read, I think. Chris is asking, what's Mel painting at the moment?
Currently, I am painting Cthulhu Death May Die, the things that we need to do episode 2, the box 2. So we can.
And then you've been researching how to paint Nemesis,
Yes.
or what you want to do for Nemesis.
Yes.
And we already went out before the lockdowns and bought the inks and
Yeah, I got some inks and
chemicals you need to mix together
Yes.
to kind of try your like homemade contrast paints on them or whatever.
Yes.
So that's the next thing in the hopper
Yep.
that we've already been planning for. Tiny's saying, I love Shadows of Brimstone. I hate assembling, but managed to get those done. They aren't as difficult as KDM minis. The only minis I've assembled ever in my life were from Space Hulk, that like Games Workshop Warhammer game, and that like blew my mind. I didn't even know that was going to happen. When I opened the box, I was like, what the heck is this? What's wrong with these miniatures? Somebody broke them all and then attached them to these plastic things. Then I had to Google it, like, what the heck am I supposed to do here? And then I went out and bought little clippers and glue and nail file to kind of file off all the imperfections. And man, I was like, what the heck is this? I just want to play the game. So I usually avoid games that have minis you put together, but it's not going to fully keep me away from a game, though. Michael is asking, what is your favorite Legacy game? What would you recommend for younger players? Got 2 boys. I'm getting interested in board gaming. For younger players, I can't recommend 100% something to you. You need to look at what those boys are interested in, find something that matches the theme, and get them involved. Because a game you might like, a game I may think is top quality rules, best game mechanics ever, the best game experience you'll ever play, this is the one. They might not even want to sit down at the table with you and pay attention and learn those rules if they're not gripped by the game and the theme or mechanics or something. So you need to find something that matches something else they like that might pull them in and keep them at the table. So if they like a certain IP or a certain setting, like if they love, they love Lord of the Rings or whatever, get them some fantasy type games. If they're all into like space stuff, if they're playing Minecraft, there's Minecraft board games. Maybe not the best board games, but there are things like Minecraft out there. There's, if they're into Fortnite, you can get them, there's Battle Royale type games that aren't the greatest either, but those are some of the games you may have to do, or you may have to learn and play those kind of not great games to get them to the table.
But that's the thing with kids, right? Sometimes you have to play games that you don't love, but they do, to get them into the hobby.
But I started with my daughter playing games that like I knew were standard games that people liked and got the younger versions of them. So you can play like My First Carcassonne, and Stone Age has like an entry level version if you're playing with younger kids. But again, some of those games, just look up some of the good family games. Like if they're also, they might not be into competitive. Maybe you don't want to go one-on-one with them. Maybe you want to play co-op with them. So it all depends. But there's some standard games out there that we always see recommended as like Catan gets people sometimes in, but I don't know if I'd recommend that.
I think he's asking more so Legacy though.
Oh, well, I don't know. There's multiple questions.
Yeah,
but I just started answering the last one.
Yeah.
But a Legacy game in general, Clank Legacy I see being mentioned in the chat. That one was amazing.
Yeah, something co-op, right? So you can play together and help them.
But but Clank Legacy is truly a competitive game.
Yes, but you can.
But you can do some co-op-y stuff in it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying in general, right?
But yeah, Aeon's End Legacy was okay. I love Aeon's End, but I feel like that wasn't the best
That wasn't the
Legacy
best place
game.
to start either. If you haven't
It wasn't
played.
the best Legacy game. It was good. And in general, it's a good for more content for Aeon's End Legacy, or for Aeon's End, the Aeon's End series, but I wouldn't consider that in like my top Legacy games at all. But it was fine. If you're a hardcore in Aeon's End, that was a great Legacy game.
Yeah.
But I generally wouldn't tell somebody who's like just, kind of medium gamer to like go play this Legacy game. I would tell them to go buy like Aeon's End New Age or something, play through that game instead, or just play that content first. And get used to Aeon's End. If you really love Aeon's End, then find the Legacy game, but I wouldn't start with the Legacy.
Yeah.
But yeah. You'll see lots of recommendations in the chat too, Michael. Look in the chat. A lot of people answered this question for you. So yeah, feel free to chime in the chat with whatever you guys think your favorite Legacy game is and what you'd recommend for younger players, especially two boys that you're trying to get interested in board gaming. Also depends on their ages too, right?
Yeah.
Dale's here.
Hello,
Hello,
Dale.
Dale. I saw you in there earlier, but saying it's got a rainy day in Virginia. Yeah, we're up north avoiding family and COVID, so we ran away to our $8 million log cabin where we're streaming from today. So yeah, that's the story, and we're sticking to it.
But at our townhouse where we live normally,
Yeah,
it is raining.
Yeah, it's raining at our normal house because we know
Yeah.
because we checked the weather, not because we're in our normal house right now or anything. We just know that. Okay.
This is where I would love to live.
Velco's got a question here. Off topic. Do you have any pets in that mansion?
Do we have any pets? We do not.
So
No.
in our log cabin, no. We just have a maid. We just have a maid up here in our log cabin. We've talked about her already. Back in our normal house, no, we don't have any pets. I have lots of allergies to many animals, but I love animals. Mel is scared of almost every animal. She has a fear to like anything that's not human.
I like dogs. That's all.
Okay. And
all.
then, yeah, so we just avoid
Mel
animals.
loves cats. Yeah. No, I hate cats.
Yeah,
Those are
Mel
the worst.
loves cats.
Cats
No.
and birds are the worst. Everything else is just creepy.
Yes. But I have had pets all my life. I grew up in a house full of pets. And when I lived on my own, I had pets. Until Mel came into my life, I pretty much had pets. But I loved ferrets are my favorite pet, followed closely by parrots. So ferrets, parrots, and rats. Those are my three favorite pets. Not cats, not dogs. Although I love dogs, I love cats. But I would die if I owned a cat.
Yeah, he would die.
But I do love them. We have a neighbor's cat that wanders around our porch and their porch, and we tease it and I feed it. And
Sits on our porch
and
at our front door.
it waits for me to come out of the house and like meows until I come out, and I have to pet it. Or
like at our screen door, we
Yep.
have like a sliding screen door to
Yeah.
like the patio, and it'll sit there and meow out at the window until he comes.
Yeah, ferrets are my favorite. I love ferrets. They're hilarious. So full of energy. I had so much fun when I used to have a pet ferret. And I grew up from a little kid with parrots. My mom literally had a house full of like, by the time I moved out, had a house full of like 8 or 9 parrots.
Yeah.
Of all different types of parrots.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, so I've had parrots like bite me. I've had parrots all over me. I've like, you know, I could put out my arm and have 3 parrots fly onto my arm. Like, I love parrots. They're amazing. I have fun with them, but...
So any animal ending at the T, you're into.
Yeah, and rats. I used to have a whole bunch of pet rats.
We did have rats when we first started dating.
Yeah, but I didn't get any new ones when I met you because you were like, I couldn't let them out of the cage.
the ones you had.
Yeah, so yeah, I had to choose basically between rats and Mel, and I chose Mel. So yeah, I stopped buying rats.
Well, you can't play board games with rats, so I think you made the right choice, right?
I don't know. My one rat, I could teach him to come when I called his name. His name was Willie. He was pretty smart. I think if I was really into modern board gaming at the time, I could teach him some games. But we'll never know. We'll never know.
Dale says, I'm allergic to cats, so we only have 2 now. The wife and daughter said I would be okay. That's not okay.
No.
Oh my gosh.
wonder lab
I am
rats are your
definitely
favorite.
also allergic to cats as well.
Oh,
But I
man.
hate them just as much.
George A says, is that a real background? George, of course.
It looks like it.
You may think we don't have a lot of money normally by the way we dress and our backgrounds normally and stuff, but we really have an $8 million log cabin that we visit the week of Christmas, and we decided to actually stream from here because of COVID. So that we're avoiding COVID, so we went up into northern Canada and we're hiding out at a log cabin. But in our next stream in a couple of days, it will be back in our normal house, so everything will be back to normal.
And as someone said, we brought our gaming chairs with us when we came.
Yeah. We threw them in the truck. The
Yeah.
truck, the van we have. Yeah. The van, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I think that might have been why as well. I think it was Bob was asking, "What do I do for a living?" Maybe because it is not a real background. We are not.
She makes that
really
She makes that $8 million log cabin money. Yeah.
I do work in a hospital in blood transfusion research, so working on a COVID study right now, but definitely cannot afford $8 million.
Spencer joined in earlier. I saw. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Oh, we have gaming chairs at both houses, says Chris. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
the exact same
sorry.
ones, though.
Yes, exact same ones.
The exact
yes.
same ones. So we bought 2 of everything.
We had them shipped there, so they were already there.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that when we reached that previous Patreon goal and we invested in the gaming chairs, we bought 2 of everything and sent them up here. So it's kind of weird that we're asking to reach another Patreon goal so that we can get 2 other gaming chairs to have 4 players around the table with comfortable chairs for those long playthroughs. Because we accidentally thought, let's buy 4 gaming chairs, and we sent 2 to our log cabin, and we don't want to pay to have them sent back, so we need 2 new chairs.
Oh yeah, we flew them on our helicopter.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Adam, how'd you know?
Yeah.
I didn't even say that before. How do you know about our helicopter?
Yeah, we weren't telling anybody about that.
I know. I was trying to get the helicopter on the DL. I didn't want anyone to think we have tons of money.
I do wish I lived in this house, though. It's beautiful.
Mel's asking about Dungeon Crusade. I don't think I did.
Did we note this before?
I don't think...
If we did, we haven't got to it.
Dungeon Crusade, I remember you saying you hadn't heard of it. Very much a homage
Oh,
to
it's on
80s
here,
games.
yes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We haven't got it. We haven't got to look into that one yet.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking through some games. So what I do is usually before I place board game orders, I'll kind of go to this list and I'll start looking up stuff just to see if it's like available in retail, if it's something easy to get. Sometimes I just find out it's like, oh, it was something that was on Kickstarter a few years ago. I can't find it in a few of the retail stores I quickly look at. So then I kind of just put it on the back burner. And it's like, I'll just go for something I can get and look into it more later. But it is on our list. We will look into it, but I don't think I have because it's not ringing a bell.
So I just want to say something. Brian is saying, Mel, thank you for your service on the front line. I don't work in the hospital. I work from home. We do COVID research, but I definitely don't work in the hospital, so I can't take the thank you.
You work for the hospital.
I work for the hospital.
You were working in the hospital.
Yes, doing COVID research, yes.
But because you don't need to be in the hospital.
Yeah, I don't work directly with the patients, more so online on COVID research. But my research is important, yes, it is, for sure. I'm just reading.
Scott keep reminding us about Bengals.
Oh. If I liked cats, then your cats would be cute, but I just still... Sorry.
I think they're cute.
Yeah. Everyone else likes them, just not... Cats are very creepy to me. Like, they just look creepy.
Well, a follow-up from Michael. They got hooked in by Catan.
Okay.
Or Catan. My boys love Pandemic. Ticket to Ride. Europe and Alhambra. They are 8 and 11 and play every other day.
You're so lucky.
Thanks for all the advice. We'll look into those recommendations.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
So, well, people recommended already stuff in the chat based on this.
Okay,
so
right.
I don't know what we can add to that.
No, I was just going to say the Pandemic legacies are great. And if they do love Pandemic...
Well, they like co-op. If they like Ticket to Ride, they'll do competitive, which is good. Catan, they like Catan, so they're competitive. Yeah, there's... What you do is you go to Board Game Geek. I've shown this before. But Michael, what you do... what I was showing before... where is this? So we're still on this game before, but for example, I don't know if this is the best example. I know we did some of these before, but if you, let's say you like Pandemic, you were saying Iberia was the one? Mm-hmm, Iberia. Mm-hmm. So you search up Pandemic Iberia on Board Game Geek, and I don't know if this works the best, but I've told people this before, other coworkers and stuff in the past, and they love me for it. They would find a game that they fell in love playing with their wife, for example, or their kid, and I would say, oh, well, I don't know other games like that for sure because I don't have any games like that. But if you like that game, other people on Board Game Geek who rate this game, collect this game, and enter this game or whatever, it will, at the bottom here somewhere, recommend fans of this game other games that they are also fans of and try to find through the data what games are in collections of people who have similar tastes. So you might want to look into Burgle Brothers, Regular Pandemic, Pandemic the Cure, Forbidden Desert, Photosynthesis, and Onitama. But you can also say see all 28, and these are the 28 games that seem to be very much in all the same people's collections who also are fans of Pandemic Iberia. So this could bring to light some games you maybe even never heard of. And I wouldn't just go get a game based on it just being on this list 100%, but you can be like, oh, what's Santorini? And just right from here, boom, you go down the rabbit hole and you can see overall abstract family. You can see the rankings here, what type of game it is, the complexity weighting. Start looking at that. How long is it? Is it too long for your attention span of your kids or your wife? Or, what player count is it best at? Then you scroll down here, you can see what mechanisms it has. Maybe there's some stuff here that's like, oh, man, a team-based game. Yeah, that worked great. My kids love team-based games, that kind of stuff. And you can just read the blurb here of what the game is according to the company, what it's trying to do. And you can get into reviews on here in the forums, look at pictures of it, go files, download the rule book, whatever. But yeah, you can go down a rabbit hole doing that. But that's what I'd recommend. So find a game that they love, and if you want to find a game that other people who love that game also love and have in their collection and are fans of it on Board Game Geek, that means these people who love Pandemic Iberia enough to come in here and go, I'm a fan, and click this fan button, they've also done that same thing and are fans of all these games. And these games, there seems to be a lot of correlation between those games. So you can kind of go down the rabbit hole like Flashpoint Fire Rescue. Very much a pandemic style game. Boom. Lost you? Oh, I think we're good.
No, I think we're good.
All right, but anyways, yeah. That's what I would say to that.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay, just for a second, maybe Animation Raptor had a...
Get to the chopper. Brian's saying, Rob, have you seen the new Henry gaming table from Geek and Son? Geek and Son's based in the UK. I don't know about shipping to Canada from there. So I never really look at them. But I've been interested in their tables in the past. It's just I look at them as like a UK version of any board game maker that's in North America. But again, buying a board game table from the UK and buying one from the US is probably just the same shipping, I would assume, ish, based on other things I buy from both of those countries. Fire Chicken Review says shipping is fairly high, just back the Megan. But yeah, the Henry, I think Rodney Smith did a review of that one or featured it on his channel as like a paid kind of commercial. I saw it come up in my subscription feed, but I never clicked on it. But I know he was trying to show off some Geek and Sun table. But yeah, I don't know. I would like another gaming table, a better, bigger one for streaming and stuff. But I think the one we have is fine for now. But I'm not really in the market for a table right now. I'm in the market of like building out my board game collection. Really is where I'm looking, just playing different games on the channel. But eventually, I'll definitely, it's in the future. But I would consider that like a component upgrade for streaming. Would be investing in a nice big gaming table that's like better for streaming. I don't know if I would get like a standard regular board game table. I'd probably go pretty all out, spend a couple grand on like a nice beastly big one that we can have more players at. I can, fit more people at for streaming. There is one that you guys see on the Fantasy Flight game streams by Carolina Game Tables. I'd probably buy something like that. That's like made for streaming. Is probably what I'd look at. So yeah, something with big side bars where I can put laptops on and rule books and stuff. And yeah. So it'd be like very streaming focused.
Oh, Hans
Sakabra just made one.
Yeah, we saw. He posted it in the Discord, his pictures. We saw. Probably it was a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not recent. But Hans says this is a great point. We could probably just sell our cabin.
I don't know. I like using it once a year for a stream. I think
for 1 week.
I think we'll be back up here next year for the stream too. So I don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
Where are we going to stream from?
That's
Our
very
regular
true.
living room? I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll sit in front of our real Christmas tree.
Come on, no way.
Maybe if it was snowing outside, but
Yeah, maybe.
it's definitely raining and not as pretty.
But no, I don't know anything really about the Henry table, but I should look into it. So maybe it fits that bill. Peasants.
Oh, a lot of people made their table. Locator made a table.
I know. I've seen a few. Yeah.
Animation Raptor says I can give you some pointers on building your board game collection.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys, man, Tiny. I know I see you posting online on Facebook and stuff, but man, like people need to tap you for your opinion because you've played so much.
Yeah.
And you own so much, so like you have a good sample size. Like my sample size is way smaller, and I've been in the hobby longer, but like, man, you surpassed me for sure for the different games you've played, and I don't even have like a regular board game group anymore or anything. And getting my family to play games sometimes is a little rough. I only have Mel who will play with me most of the times, but yeah, I just don't have the swath of games. But yes, I definitely value your opinion though, for sure.
Rob, make your own table, says Belchko.
That would be really Rob's gaming table.
It would be really Rob's
And it's
gaming
funny,
table.
wearing Rob's gaming table shirts and on my badges at conventions,
Oh yeah, same.
people assume we make board game tables
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Rob's gaming table? You make board game tables? I'm like, no, I play board games on my gaming table on YouTube. And they're like, oh, I get it. Okay. And I'm like, damn, probably picked the wrong channel name. But yeah. Oh, you're going to change your YouTube account finally. By the way, my daughter took over all my account, so I may join in time to time as Periwinkle Griffith. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
I'll try to remember that.
I think we can remember that.
I don't know. I forget
we'll
things
try.
days later.
Yeah,
so
we'll
see.
try our best.
Brian saying, new game for Rob, Dice Hospital. I know what superior dice rolling skills he exhibits.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume in that game I'll roll so bad I'll be in the hospital. Is that what happens
Yeah.
then? Let's see here. All right. It is longer than I said we should play or stream for today, so we're going to wrap it up here. Hopefully I got through most of the questions. But yeah, we're going to go enjoy the rest of our Christmas Eve. Let me just get this off the screen there. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us live. We appreciate it. I hope you all have a happy holidays, a safe holidays. Please, if you can, don't spread the damn COVID. You know, try to stay away from people who you care about, especially seniors and stuff. Take advantage of all the video platforms, Skype, you know, Zoom, Teams, like Slack, Hangouts. There's so many. But yeah, take advantage of that stuff is all I can say. I mean, do what you want, but we're trying it this year. Stay away. Let's not spread the virus. Let's be safe. Yeah, we'll have an awesome Christmas next year. Also, yeah, I can't wait to hear about what games you guys get at Christmas, what you guys are going to play. We'll be announcing stuff later. I'll be hanging around the Discord a little bit more this week, hopefully. But you'll see us back on the 27th. We're going to be playing some Runebound, and then shortly after that, we'll be playing Cthulhu Death May Die, more of that. And we'll be back with some Sword and Sorcery, plus some other games will be in there. Plus, I know we're getting some games on Christmas. So things like Arkham Horror LCG, we're going to play some of that on the channel in the near future. Nemesis eventually. There's a bunch of other games you'll see coming on the channel soon, plus some others that I haven't mentioned that I'm trying to keep hush-hush until we're actually ready to play them. But yeah, should be fun. You'll see some random games come up on the channel. But thank you all for your support. We appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody that donated today, that was so nice of you.
You guys are too kind.
That was so kind.
But even those that watch, even those that spend the time to watch our videos, those who can't even watch live because you don't have great internet connections, those who just watch later, I appreciate your time watching us just stream ourselves on the internet. Like, that blows my mind, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys hanging out live. I appreciate you commenting later. Hit that like button, help other people find the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. That helps the channel grow. And yes, of course, special thank you to those who fund the channel, keep me doing this full time, keep us growing the game collection to play newer games on the channel, upgrading our equipment, improving our lighting, improving our video, improving our sound. Thank you for all of that. Improving the new computer, all that stuff. Everything that you guys donate goes back in the channel. We appreciate it. The gaming chairs we're sitting on. All this stuff is because of you guys that we're still doing this. And not just doing it part-time whenever we feel like it kind of thing. So without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. If you'd like to support the channel, the Patreon link's down in the description below. There should be a link to a one-time donation too, because I know not everyone likes Patreon, and I've been asked to do it. There is a link down there, like a Streamlabs link. You can like donate through PayPal, which I know some of you have done, left super kind messages. I appreciate that. But yes, I appreciate the whole community. Whether you donate or you don't, I don't care.
Whether you chat with us, whether you don't, whether you
if you're just
hit the
watching,
like button and you don't, it doesn't matter.
We love you.
All.
Those who just watch, like I know not everyone chats in the chat, not everyone's here live with us. Everybody, you're all amazing. Not just those hanging out with us in chat. Although you guys are a little more amazing.
We just feel a little bit more bonded to you, right? We feel like we know you when you're chatting with us on a regular basis.
But pop in, say hi. You don't have to watch every game we stream. We understand, but just say hi. I know there's some of you who only watch certain games we stream. We still love you too. But yeah, thank you everyone for all your support. Thanks for helping the channel grow. We hit 10,000 subscribers this year. Blows my freaking mind. I never thought that ever would happen. Never thought that ever would happen. But we grew a ton this year since doing this full time. The donations, way more than I expected to keep doing this. So we'll keep rolling. Thank you all for the support. Have a good time with family. Stay safe. Enjoy Christmas. Enjoy time off work if you have it. And enjoy the holidays. And we'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we're back. Sorry. I see Faulty Joe just put a super chat in there, and I wanted the thing to pop.
It's gonna pop. We got to see if he's on the nice list or the naughty list.
Yeah, is it gonna pop? I think
so. It usually takes a second.
I want to know if Joe's on the naughty or nice list that we're seeing earlier. I feel bad that it didn't pop during it. So yeah, we just saw it as we're signing off. Okay, I don't see it. Please work. Yeah, maybe it's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. It's not coming through. What the heck? Anyways, Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know why it's not.
I wonder if it was because we changed screens.
Maybe.
If that changed anything?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Dale says, I guess that means naughty list. Yeah, we'll never know, so I guess...
Yeah, that sucks.
Can you go to the Streamlabs thing or no?
No, it'd be right here.
It'd be right there. That's so weird. Oh, we broke it.
That sucks. It's not working. But yeah, it was popping up. Maybe it's just because we're on the other screen. But thank you, Joe. I just want to say thank you for that before we signed off. But we appreciate it. All right. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your holidays. We'll see you in a couple days. Bye-bye.